Well, it's match 2 here at day 4 at the CBTF USPL in association with MTR. Thank you to our title sponsor, CBTF Speed News. When it comes to gaming, they're the most reliable, and when it comes to cricket prediction, CBTF is the choice. Thank you to our associate sponsor, MTR. We're here at the SUNY Purchase Fields where the toss has actually just happened. I have with me the Maryland Mavericks versus the Washington Hawks. Maryland Mavericks have won the toss, so Kunal Brady, the captain, what have you guys chosen to do and why?
We are going to bat first today. Looks like a good wicket today, and we feel runs on the board will help our bowlers defend the total. Yeah, and then just defending those. Yep.
Sean Finley, Washington Hawks. So what would you have done if you had won the toss?
I think we'd have bat first, but you know, cricket is a game where you have to bat and bowl, so it doesn't really matter. You just have to come out here and do a basic, like, contain them until lowest total as possible.
Absolutely, and so far, having a great outing with the team, and any changes from the squad?
Well, just one. Ali's coming in for one of the guys. Sorry, I forgot his name today, but we only have one change today.
Okay, well, all the best.
Thank you.
So the Maryland Mavericks have won the toss and will be batting. We're going to head back to the studio. Stay tuned. We just had a nail-biter of a match. I'm sure this one's going to be one too.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead। जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead। अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Hello and welcome to Sunny Purchase, New York. All-important tie between the Maryland Mavericks and the Washington Hawks. Matthew Aichabar alongside me. Dwayne Smith, Raymond Ramratton, new opening pair for the Mavericks in this one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plan works out. Dwayne Smith, we know, is a quality player, can really hit the ball, but hasn't really been amongst the runs lately. And then Raymond Ramratton, someone that we don't really see opening the batting a lot. Usually see him in the middle. So it will be interesting to see here the opening combo for the Mavericks.
Yeah, it has been tough to adapt for a lot of the power hitters in this tournament. Lendl Simmons, Dwayne Smith. Those coming from the Caribbean, used to playing on pitches. Always difficult when you come to this matting. Difference in the way the ball comes onto the bat. So we're just about ready to get underway. The Mavericks winning the toss, batting first, looking to set the tone with a total. Just saw a really nail-biting finish to that last game. Just put the Sharks 1 foot into tomorrow's semi-final. Have to wait and see how this evening's game goes before we can make that distinction.
Yeah, you saw a brilliant innings there from Sumit Sarawat. 44 of just 13 deliveries to take the Sharks over the line. Here's the first ball, Keon Joseph. Ooh, right away, getting some pace, getting some bounce, but too much and called a wide.
Yeah, delayed reaction from Brian Kane, but definitely was very high. Getting some steep bounce, Keon Joseph, he has the pace. have seen him rattle some of the batters in this tournament with that bit of extra pace. Mario Lebon is another one.
Keon Joseph, a player that has played for the Guyana side for quite some bit of time in the Caribbean, would have played CPL for the Amazon Warriors. So clearly a bowler with lots of talent and one of the quickest around, you'll see.
Played gloriously on the back foot by Dwayne Smith. And there'll be runs. He'll be underway, as well as the Mavericks with a good shot to open the account.
Yeah, very good looking shot there from Dwayne Smith, and that's the Dwayne Smith we know. Man, not afraid of taking anyone on. And Keon Joseph with a very short one, catching him by surprise, and now that is Dwayne Smith's response. Shot of confidence from Smith. Keon Joseph comes in again, a better one from Keon Joseph, but manages to get this away for a single and hands things over to Ray Ramratan.
It will be a very important piece for the Stallions in this minor league. Raymond Ramratan, such a good catcher as well. 19 catches in the minor league last year, most by a long way. Mentioned the Stallions and their chances yesterday. Definitely one of the favorites.
He's a quality player all around, Raymond Ramratan. Can bat anywhere in the order. Can bowl very well, and his fielding is absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, very handy bowler as well. See that bit of extra pace from Keon Joseph. Hits the deck hard. The matting will take some of the pace out of the ball, but still able to have the ball rushing on. It shows you just how quickly he's bowling.
Good ball there from Keon Joseph again to Smith, can only defend. So 7 off the first 4 balls in the first over. Maryland Mavericks, Dwayne Smith, Raymond Ramratan out in the middle. Very exciting team as well. The Mavericks have got the likes of Jesse Singh, Kapil Khanna, one of the stars of the tournament so far.
We'll be looking forward to seeing him bowl Kapil Khanna. Oh, hit on the front pad. Umpire Brian Kane says not out. May have been, yeah, going down the leg side. I think Joseph knew it as well. It was more of an optimistic appeal.
He did manage to run through for that, and there was no signal, so maybe gotten a touch on the bat. Ooh, that was a nasty one there from Keon Joseph, taking Ramratan right on the helmet by the looks of things, and might need to get a concussion test on Ray Ramratan. Feisty start here from Keon Joseph. Ooh. That's a fast bowler for you.
Well, that one was very quick. That one rushed onto him, but it was the line that was important at the body. And for Ramratan, just had to watch the bounce. Have seen that steep bounce cause a problem, especially with the newer ball, the new harder ball. So first over going for 8.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले Visit cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Stephen weighing into the attack. Would have been very impressive in his first run up for these Hawks. 3 wickets for him. In the air. Should be easy. Catch and is taken. Dwayne Smith, the struggle continues. Off the bottom of the bat. And Stephen Wigg just continues to pick up wickets. Seemed like pace off early on. Deceived Smith. Darlington takes the catch.
Yeah, Stephen Wigg. Right into the attack. He's a very, very good bowler. Always has a knack for wickets and has removed the dangerous Dwayne Smith. He's gone for 6. So very well taken catch there by Strapper Marvin Darlington. It's 8 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
A big wicket taken early by the Washington Hawks. First delivery for Stephen Wiggs. Picked up his 4th wicket of this tournament. Ram Ratan on strike. Would have crossed the batters. Pressing on the front foot. Got to hurry at the keeper's end, but they get home in the end. Looks like
Might be Kesaka.
it is Mahesh Kesakar. Just come to the middle for the Mavericks. Have a lot of work to do inside this power play.
So Kesaka will face his first ball. Wigg has picked up the wicket of Dwayne Smith early on. And a good start here for the Seattle Washington Hawks. Putting some early pressure on in the power play here on the Mavericks. Pace there from Wigg, and this one left alone by Kesaka.
Where does Stephen Wigg rank in terms of... Obviously had a good minor league season, really came into his own towards the end of the tournament. I've just been so mightily impressed with him every time I've seen him. Where does he rank for you, Matthew, in terms of seamers in this country?
One of the best seamers here that we have. And he even earned himself a US call-up as a net bowler, which shows he's right. Ooh, he's knocking on the door for US selection. Net bowlers are still a call-up to train with the national team. Is still an achievement, and with one more good minor league, I only think he's gonna play for the US very soon here. I think Stephen Wigg, quality player, left armour as well. Everything about him is good. He's a good fielder, and he can hit a few balls with the bat. So very handy player to have, Stephen Wigg.
Edge and just put down twice. And has he got the run out? Brian Kane says no. 3 opportunities to dismiss. Kesarkar first, it was the edge, which was put down by the keeper. Then Sean Finlay trying to get the return. He put it down. Kesarkar wanted the run, and in the end, just getting home.
All of that for a single.
For 0 runs. They actually didn't complete the single.
Oh. Well, That would have been something had Sean Finlay gotten the rebound after it ricocheted off of Akshay Homraj. But Finlay couldn't hold on, and in the end, Kesaka survives.
Getting a lot of carry here, Stephen Wigg. This is a really good spell. It's been a good over. 1 run and a wicket. 9 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
If you're into great fast bowling, this is the place to be. Maryland Mavericks 9 for 1 after 2 overs. We've seen some brilliant pace and bounce from Keon Joseph and Stephen Wigg so far, making things very tough for the Mavericks. Ramratan is on 2, Kesaka yet to get off the mark, and they lost Dwayne Smith for 6.
This is very interesting. After that first over from Jose, he's been put out of the attack. Not sure why. I would have liked to see another over, I think, given that bouncer we saw to Ramratan. He caused some problems. It's going to be Finlay, the captain himself, who bowled so economically in the last game. Going to come into the attack.
Yeah, I would have also loved to see Keon Joseph get a second over here. Looking to intimidate the batsman again.
So Finlay, who is that overseas wildcard selection for the Somerset Cavaliers?
Not this year. He's actually headed to the Manhattan Yorkers.
Ah, sorry,
Sean
yes, the
Finlay.
Yorkers.
I think one of the top signings for the Manhattan Yorkers this year, him and Yasir Mohammed, I think are two very good additions. Both played for Cavaliers last year. But Sean Finlay adds a lot of experience to that Yorkers team, because last year they were a very young, exciting team, the Manhattan Yorkers. Lot of on-the-rise players. I think having Sean Finlay in that team will balance things out in terms of experience.
This one in the gap, and it'll be 4. So a good shot from Mahesh Kesarkar after surviving in the last over, taking advantage.
Yeah, good shot there from Kesaka. Saw out 5 deliveries from Stephen Wigg. Now looking to go on the front foot here on Sean Finlay to release a little bit of pressure on the Mavericks.
Down the ground, that's 4 more. Midoff was in with a chance for a second, but got it well enough, Kesarkar.
Yeah, another very good shot. Good sound off the bat here from Kesaka, and a couple of confident shots here off of Sean Finlay. So maybe taking Keon Joseph out of the attack has not gone well so far.
So 2 boundaries conceded in back-to-back deliveries from Finlay. Went full, then short. And again, punished, but this time well stopped at cover. Tirth Patel does the work. He was impressive in the last game as well. 3 wickets for him.
Yeah, Tirth Patel is a very good player. Massively underrated in my opinion, Tirth Patel. Gives you wickets, very handy player, and doesn't seem to get enough recognition. Down the ground from Ramratan for a single. So Kesaka is on 9. 2 forced his name, 2 very good looking 4s off the bat of Mahesh Kesaka. Final ball for Sean Finlay. Bit expensive here, 11 off this over.
Straight to extra cover, well stopped by Ricky. End of the third, 20 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we've seen 20 come from the first three. Doing well so far to keep the run rate down to a minimum, just 6.5. Wig is going to continue. Like to use Wig for 2 up front. I felt he should have been given possibly more. Seems like a rhythm bowler when he's in rhythm. It's extremely hard to stop. This is a good shot from Ramratan, and it goes through the man at mid-off. It's going to be 4. That's costly. You don't want to let off any pressure and let a player of Raymond Ramratan's quality get underway and in a rhythm.
Yeah, and we just saw an expensive over there from Sean Finlay, and Stephen Wigg looking to just get some of that momentum back, get another tight over, now a misfield. So yes, indeed, very costly that for the Washington Hawks. But Stephen Wigg, a bowler that can pretty much bowl at any stage of the game. We've seen him here with the new ball. We've seen him a lot for the Stallions coming in. I guess once the power play is done, really took control of the middle overs and is exceptional at the death as well. So complete bowler is Stephen Wigg.
He showed me something today though. I haven't seen him use this short delivery much, but he's going to it quite often. I like the option, forcing Ramratan to attack the square boundaries. Does have protection out in the deep as well.
Yeah, boundaries here forcing pretty much everyone to just go a little bit shorter. Don't want to get smashed straight down the ground. So Stephen Wigg has utilised the short ball and he's done it very well.
Yeah, he's got deep backward square and he's got a third man and 2 outside the circle. Good change of pace. These two know each other very well. Matthew both being from the Stallions. Would play a lot of cricket together the entire summer last year together.
Yeah, Stephen Wigg and Raymond Ramratan, no strangers to each other. You've got Dominic Rickey on the field as well for the Washington Hawks. And you've got Jesse Singh still to come for the Maryland Mavericks. So quite a bit of Stallions talent in these two sides.
Over the top. That's lovely. Picturesque striking from Raymond Ramratan. Came down the track. Wanted to get close. And there's too much width on offer.
Yeah, very good shot there from Raymond Ramratan. Going after Stephen Wigg. Couple of 4s now in this over. 2 deliveries to go. Ramratan moves up to 12.
I think he's very important to build a platform to allow the likes of Kapilkan and others to have a hit. He's got to get a considerable total and get them off to a good start. They've got Jesse Singh as well, who's proven that he can attack. Wow. Hold the pose. Raymond Ramratan over long off for 6. Really opening up now. Momentum on the side of the Mavericks.
Yeah, this is lovely striking this from Raymond Ramratan. He's played some good shots here. And we saw Sean Finlay. They were 9 for 1 after 2. Sean Finlay came in, bit of an expensive over, and now Stephen Wigg going for 14 and still a ball left. So now the Mavericks looking to regain some of the momentum that was lost in the first 2 overs.
It's gone away from the plan though. Wigg tried to make these batters hit him square. All of a sudden he's gone very full and he's been punished. Mid-off up in the circle. Ramratan's going to take him on. That's good batting though from Ramratan, using his crease well just to throw off Wigg. End of 4, 34 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Keon Joseph will come back into the attack. Just 1 over up front. Conceded 8, but I like the pace which he bowled at Keon Joseph. Something I find fascinating from captains, etc. You see so many of these 1 over spells in T20 cricket, but it's so hard to just break your rhythm, come back in, and bowlers in the T20 game really got to be adaptable, but also very skillful to be able to do that. Never an easy task.
Yeah, and to have a bowler like Keon Joseph, who was roaring and ready to go in the first over, to just take him off for 3 overs now. He's coming back in the 5th. Not so sure I agree with it, but that's what these bowlers do. And Keon Joseph at any point is ready to bowl and can bowl successfully in the air, but lands safely.
See a bit of that extra pace again, causing trouble for these Maverick batters. Is he the fastest bowler in this tournament, Keon Joseph?
I think he's up there, definitely. Was one of the fastest, if not the fastest, Keon Joseph. One of the fastest you'll see around here in this area.
Just looking at him in this tournament, I think he is faster than LeBron. The two of those probably will compete for the title, but LeBron adds another challenge because of his height. Gets that bit of extra bounce, which can be daunting to face, especially with that hard new ball. Look how far back Akshay Homraj is though. Almost on the brink of the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, I was just making the point. Akshay Homraj is not a bad keeper, but look at how far he's standing back for Keon Joseph, which shows the amount of pace and heat that Keon Joseph is giving to Ray Ramratan and to Mahesh Kesakar here. Ramratan on 18, Kesakar on 10. Keon Joseph 1.2 overs, none for 9. But a fast bowler would want to be like Keon Joseph.
Got him!
Knocked the balls over. Ray Ramratan is gone and Keon Joseph strikes. Absolutely obliterates the stumps there, and 35 for 2 the Mavericks.
Interesting choice by Ramratan. Even with the extra pace, he backed himself to come down the track, get close, but just missed it completely. And the off stump took a hit, a heavy hit as well from Keon Joseph. Inside the 5th over, 35 for 2. Take a short break.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Keon Joseph getting on the second wicket for the Hawks. Vartak coming into the middle. We did see Jesse Singh come up forward in the last game. He got 30 from 17 deliveries. Hasn't seen come out to bat yet.
They've got some big power at the bottom. I will say that about the Maryland Mavericks. Jesse Singh, Kapil Khanna, Sashal Magon. But they're really in some bit of bother now with Ramratan. Oh, gone again! Keon Joseph! This is great fast bowling. And Vaibhav Vartak has not even gotten a chance to settle in properly, and his poles are gone.
Well, just on the money straight up. It's what you want as a fast bowler with that extra pace that you know will trouble the batters. When you have a brand new batsman in, you're going to go straight at the stump. On a hat-trick now, Keon Joseph as well. We've seen already a super over in this CBTF USPL. Could we see a hat-trick as well?
Keon Joseph, he is on fire here today. Has gotten rid of Ramratan, has gotten rid of Vaibhav Vartak first ball.
So it's going to be Jesse Singh in at number 5. Look at it again. Just a quick delivery on a good length. Wasn't there to drive. Varta had no idea. Just hits the top of middle stump. Good consistency being shown by Joseph. This Hawks bowling lineup continues to impress. Got the pace of Joseph, the variation of Wig. Finley can be consistent and economical. Then we have to see Tirth Patel.
Yeah, very balanced side here is Washington Hawks. But hat-trick ball here, Keon Joseph to Jesse Singh. Jesse Singh, a top quality batsman as well. Fast bowler to fast bowler this.
How does he play it? Does he attack Joseph or does he play it safe?
No one wants to be the batsman that got out on a hat-trick ball, I'll tell you that. Here he is, Joseph to Jesse Singh. Oh, and it's edged away. And it'll run away for 4. Keon Joseph may have thought for a split second he had gotten the edge and it would have been the hat-trick, but not to be. Jesse Singh, a fortunate boundary for him.
Hard to see. Did it carry? Did it carry to Sean Finley? At slip, may have just fell in front. But Keon Joseph really bowling well. You don't mind that boundary. Searching for wickets, slip in play.
Final ball in this over. It's been an eventful one here from Joseph. Taken on the pad and appeals and not out, says Brian Kane. So a dot ball there to finish. 5 off it and 2 wickets. It's 39 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So 39 for 3. Sean Finley will come back. We've seen excellent fast bowling. We've seen excellent work from Keon Joseph. He was on a hat-trick. Kesarkar and Jesse Singh out in the middle, 39 for 3. A session that has certainly gone the way of Washington Hawks, but still a long way off, Nikhil. Sean Finley comes in to bowl to Kesarkar.
You have to finish the power play well. The Sharks, they want to have a tight over here. Even if they can't get another wicket, keep it very tight. Just continue to build the pressure on these two relatively new batters at the crease. Kesarkar has been there for 10 deliveries, but he's slowed his pace down a bit since the wicket.
So we've seen the departure of Dwayne Smith. We've seen Ramratan not too long, and Vartak, who never really get a chance to even face a ball after the one that dismantled his thumb. This one is worked into the onside. Runs there for Kesarkar. And he'll pick up 1. Takes the score up to 40 for 3. So a battle ongoing here between Maryland Mavericks and Washington Hawks. And both teams will still need to advance whatever they have put on the points table coming into tomorrow's knockout fixtures.
Yeah, both the Hawks and the Cowboys on 3 points because of that rained out fixture. So if the Hawks can win this, they'll pretty much guarantee themselves a place. It's the Mavericks on the back foot, who need to desperately win, just stuck on 2 points.
So lots of big hitting to come should they need that. Sasha Magan, we saw what he can do in the last couple of days, and Kapil Khanna. And Jesse Singh has been used in this side as a more of an all-rounder, batting all-rounder. They come back for a couple of runs, so it's 42 on the board. So Nikhil, we have seen another exciting game not too long ago. Florida Sharks pulling off a big one. And this one, they'll come back for only a single. In fact, a single off the bat of Jesse Singh. So 6 gone, 43 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So power play done. Have to give it to the Hawks. Being able to take 3 wickets, much because of good bowling from the seamers and Keon Joseph, who picked up 2 in the last over. And smartly so, Finlay goes back to him.
So 2 for 13 from the former West Indies on the 19 player, Keon Joseph. Would have played in the 2010 World Cup for the West Indies. And we've seen a couple of junior players who have represented the West Indies in this tournament. Nikhil, Stephen Katwaru is another one, played in 2012. And Keon Joseph, who would have played in 2010. And Keon Joseph would have gone on to play for Guyana, first class and list A matches. Would have played for the New England Eagles last year in the minor league. So he's a quality fast bowler, a man that if you're looking for a good fast bowler to be on your side, and if Keon Joseph is to be picked up, he's a good man. Jesse Singh comes back into strike. Speaking of fast bowling, he's one of the better ones around here. And he'll be hoping from a bowling perspective that he can impress the selectors once again. Been part in and out of the US setup in recent times. And those spots certainly has been occupied by the likes of Ali Khan and Rusty Tehran.
He's displayed his all-round prowess in this tournament so far with that 30. So he's picked up some wickets along the way. Another dot delivery from Joseph. Just 2 runs from the first 3 balls. They're keeping the pressure on the Hawks.
And the fact is, Nikhil, with so many local games or local tournaments being streamed live on the internet these days, it's always good to bowl well, bat well, try to impress selectors. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching this feed right now. And men like Jesse Singh, for example, he's gonna want to put out some performance out there that the selectors will be forced to take notice. He's on 8 here, 45 for 3. We're in the 7th over.
You see the strong winds really ramping up things here at Sunny Purchase.
So very sunny day, but this venue has always been a windy park. So a bit of hold up here as umpire Brian Kane and the other umpire has taken a little bit of pause here as the side screen on the opposite side of the ground has been taken by the wind out onto the playing area. So just a little bit of hold up here. 45 for 3. We're in the 7th over. They're going at almost 7 runs and over.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead. अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead. जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So a lot of things have flown onto the field because of the high winds. That's the hold up in play. Do apologize for the small break. Midway in the 7th over.
So I think we're all ready for play. Umpire Ritesh Patel and Brian Kane. Just needing the services of umpire Irfan and the other men who has done tremendous work to get this ground into good playing conditions, and not only to get the ground in the playing condition, but to maintain what goes on during the course of the long hours of cricket being played here. So we're all ready and rearing to go. Keon Joseph will continue. He's bowled 3 balls in this over so far. He's given up a couple of runs and will come into bowl to Jesse Singh.
2 is the call, but really should only be 1, and is only 1. Brish Patel is pretty quick on that leg side boundary. So need to, I think, consolidate at this stage. They lost 2 wickets in the power play. You can bide your time, maybe to the 10th over.
Yes, Nikhil, we've seen the explosive lower order here for the Maryland Mavericks. Certainly on display. Sashal Magan, Kapil Khanna. We see them how they can strike the ball, and they have done so effectively in a couple of games. But Joseph continues to bowl a very good spell. Let's look what he's done. His first over would have gone for 7. His second over would have gone for 5. And in particular, that second over, he was on a hat trick with a couple of double strikes. Ball that would have rattled the stump. That of Ramratan and Vartak. And this over's gone pretty well for him. He's only conceded 4 runs off this over. Both Mahesh Kesarkar and Jesse Singh has been quite defensive for the time they've been to the middle. And it could be for the fact that Keon Joseph is bowling a very good spell here this afternoon.
Good shout, but I think just sliding down leg. Seemed to be struck above the knee there, Jesse Singh. Can see it again. Angling into the right hander. Yeah, definitely think going down leg. Good decision by Brian Kane. They get the single as well, the leg bye. So ends the over, 48 for 3.
Was that a leg bye?
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So spin for the first time today. Salil Yadav into the attack.
So good strike here from Jesse Singh, comes down. A good bit of stop here from Keon Joseph. In fact, he's gone away for 4, so 4 runs off the bat of Jesse Singh. And he's taken on Salil Yadav. 52 for 3, so the 50 comes up in the 8th over. Being bowled here by Salil Yadav. And you get the impression that if you want to put pressure on Jesse Singh, you probably might want to come in with some good spinners towards him. We've seen him liking the seamers and the fast bowler. And he's up to 14, but this over's gone well so far. Good drive down the ground from Jesse Singh. 52 on the board. So good punch off the back from Jesse Singh, 53, and brings Mahesh Kasarkar on to strike. We have seen Kasarkar during the course of this series, Nikhil. Pretty defensive player. We also saw Abhishek Prabhu, another player with good technique. They take long to really get going.
Played a couple of really good strokes. Kasarkar when he first came out to bat. Since though he's been very quiet.
Yeah, you look at his turnaround. He's 13 from 15 balls. So, but one or two of these batsmen, you want them to stick around long enough, especially when you're losing wickets. And the Maryland Mavericks, they've lost 3 so far. So into the onside, Marvin Darlington waits for it. And another wicket falls. Kasarkar goes this time, caught in the deep of the bowling of Salil Yadav.
But when you bring a leg spinner on, it always leaves you with a chance of taking wickets. Didn't mind going full because he knew he had protection on the boundary. Kasarkar just didn't get it out the middle and found a safe pair of hands in Marvin Darlington. 4th wicket going down, and Kapilkana will come to the middle.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Kapilkana comes to the middle. Oh, runs straight away off the bat of Kapilkana, swept into the onside. And that will complete over number 8. So after 8 is 54 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
12 overs remain. A lot of time left for this Maryland Mavericks team to get up to a respectable total.
So Kana picks up his second run. Sean Finley comes back into the attack. 71 balls remaining. And we're in over number 9. Jesse Singh comes down to strike. He's up. He's on 15. He's driving well as Jesse Singh picks up another run. Brings the equation 70 balls remaining. They're going at 6.7. So well controlled here so far from the Washington Hawks. Not be worried with a scoring rate just about 7 runs and over for the time being.
Yeah, I think Kana's got to play this situation very smartly here. Can't afford. He usually likes to go from ball 1, but he's got to just take his time. Try to build a partnership. Almost Jesse Singh almost taken at that point fielder.
Yeah, tick outside edge, beats the man at third man and runs away for 4. So good productive shot from Jesse Singh. They're 4 down with 61 on the board. This is the 9th over. Washington Hawks and Maryland Mavericks. Mavericks, having won the toss, elected to bat. Good drive here from Jesse Singh, a batsman that plays extremely straight at times, so he's looking to go straight down the ground. He's driving the ball well. He's timing the ball well, Jesse Singh. And being used in this Mavericks side as a middle order batsman. So runs coming by singles. This has been a very good over here from Sean Finley. So 9 gone. It's 63 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Salil Yadav will continue. First of all, would have gone for 6. Picked up the wicket of Mahesh Kesarkar. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot from Kapil Khanna. You are asking when he will come and play some explosive shot. We'll take that. Gone for 6.
Makana, so important to this batting display by the Maryland Mavericks. Coming down the track, taking the attack to the leg spinner. I don't think Salil Yadav will mind that too much though, seeing Khanna attack him.
Yeah, good strike there from Kapil Khanna, doing all the basic right. If you're coming down to play a big shot from a leg spinner, you got to aim straight, mid-off, cover, extra cover. That's the area you've got to come. You got to come with the spin. You've got to play with the spin of the ball. Many times you see batsmen will come down to leg spinner, Nikhil, and they'll pull across the line to go cow corner. That's not the shot. The shot here from Kapil Khanna, that's a perfect execution coming down to a leg spinner.
When you hit to cow corner against the leg spin, you're hitting against the spin. So always tougher. Much straighter in terms of the line from Yadav, much improved.
Well, all of a sudden we saw a flatter one from Yadav, and that's a typical response from many spinners when they've been struck out of the park. Not a flat one. Kapil Khanna equal to the task. Good running, good rotation of strike. Gives Jesse Singh a chance to deal with Salil Yadav. 7 runs in this over.
Good batting from Jesse Singh though. This is a underrated cameo from the all-rounder. 22 from 16 now. He's playing the situation well.
Yeah, Jesse Singh batting has certainly come on in recent time. And if you are wrong local cricket in the New Jersey and the areas in which Jesse plays, Jesse bats at middle. He's a middle order batsman when he plays in these tournaments. And he's always come up with some very good knocks, some decent knocks from time to time. Whether it's T20 or whether they're 40 over cricket, a lot of 40 over cricket is played in this region around the New Jersey area, of which that's where they play their league. Aside from these T20 tournaments. So that's the end of the 10th over, and after 10, Maryland Mavericks, having won the toss, electing to bat. They're batting a 72 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Darlington. So Marvin Darlington given the ball. And Darlington, the off spinner, would have played last year for the Empire State Titans. Had a little bit of everything to do in the franchise last year. Was a middle order batsman, a finisher, an off spinner. Did a little bit of everything, a great utility player. Very versatile cricketer is Darlington, a very interesting individual and character. Very aggressive in the way he approaches cricket.
Oh, almost Marvin Darlington. Haven't seen much of Darlington with the ball in hand, then you'll know more than me.
Well, he's an off spinner. He's bowled in minor league last year for the Empire State Titans. Probably one of his best bowling performances would have been against the DC Hawks up in Virginia. Oh, pulled. A poor delivery here from Darlington. And swiveled and pulled the rung by Jesse Singh. Has gone for a maximum.
Yeah, one bounce into the boundary. Jasdeep Singh playing a great knock for his team. Job not finished, but it was just too easy. Long hop, asked to be hit. Jasdeep Singh did well to put that one away.
Yeah, good looking shot from Jesse Singh. Poor delivery. And that has taken the score up to 79. This is the 11th, 7.5 is the current run rate. We had a ball there from Marvin Darlington. And just coming back to Darlington, Nikhil, he's that type of individual that you get to team meetings and he's very frank and candid. Sometimes you go to team meetings and people are afraid to talk. Well, not Marvin Darlington.
What I like about this tournament, though, a lot of these players don't know each other well, you know, in the various oppositions, so adds another element to it.
So apart from the 6, a tidy over here from Darlington. This over has gone for 9. And so good one here for the Maryland Mavericks. They're batting at 81 for 4. And Darlington will come into ball to Jesse Singh. Jesse Singh has played a very good knock, sliding down the leg side. Wide is a signal from umpire Brian Kane.
Has to close it out well, Darlington. In the air, but doesn't fall to any fielder. A good over though for the Mavericks as they begin to build some momentum heading into the final stages. After 11, 82 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
'84 for 4. Capelcana is the man on strike. Yeah, reaching for a good ball. Good rotation of strike. And Nikhil, a 32-run partnership. Nicely crafted together by Capelcana and Jesse Singh. They've run a lot of singles in the interim. And so far, 32-run partnership, good going here.
Yeah, good partnership developing.
So Salil Yadav is bowling at 1 for 17 at the moment. Capelcana on strike. And a play and a miss, and the ball goes through to Akshay Hamraj. Top quality keeper. Has had a brief run at the ODI level for the US. And that's another player, Nikhil. We'll be hoping that he can get among the runs and to really impress the selectors with not only his batting but his wicket-keeping abilities.
Yeah, he's been impressive, Homraj. Already a 50 churned out in this tournament. A man of the match win in that. Well, a man of the match award in the win that they got over the Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's a quality player, Akshay Hamraj. 86.
Not sure what the hold up is here. Interesting to see how he goes about these next couple of overs. Finley, he's got 2 from Wig. Expecting to see those in the latter half of the innings. Probably in the between overs 15 and 20. Keon Joseph has got 1, so that's 3 overs already. Salil Yadav has bowled with some bit of venom. He can have 1, so that's 4. And then Finley himself has got 1. We'll may have to go back to Darlington for a couple of overs just to make up.
Well, still Stephen Wigg.
Only 5 bowlers used so far.
Tirth Patel is another bowler
Yeah, I
who
haven't
could.
seen Tirth Patel, who got 3 wickets.
And we've seen a little of Darlington, so a lot of bowling options still. As we've seen a good over here being constructed by Salil Yadav. Only a couple of runs off this over. But you've got to say, you've got to applaud the effort here from Kapil Khanna and Jesse Singh. A 33-run partnership. Not taking too many risks. And we saw them just rotating singles and doubles. And we know what Kapil Khanna can do. So that will complete over number 12. And after 12, it's 87 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
So at 87 for 4, Tirth Patel, the leg spinner, comes into the attack here with 40. Yeah, that's the HCN area.
So 3 wickets in the last game for Tur Patel.
No, that's Tirt.
Bowled well.
Tirt. Salil was the bowler before. This is Tirt.
Kapakana. Been quiet so far. Goes for a big shot, but it won't carry to Stephen Wigg. Almost goes through him for a boundary. They come out for 2. Good start to the over, but Kana, I like how he's played. Even though, yes, he has this reputation throughout the tournament for being this hard-hitting batsman. Realizing the situation today, coming in at a time where his team had a lot of overs to bat. Still do after this. 8 left. He's a smart player, Kapakana, and that's going to be a... thought we were going to the boundary, but the outfield very heavy in the offside. Just be 2. 1. Yeah, 2 actually from Kana.
Yeah, Kapil Kana is batting very smartly here. We know he can turn it on, but he's coming in at a time when still a lot of balls remaining. Look at that. Comes down the ground and hammers this one straight over the side screen. And that has gone for 6. 97 for 4.
Big shot from Kapakana. So Kapakana, we're just getting the score rectified.
Jesse Singh.
Teras Patel.
Jesse was facing Marvin Darlington for 1 run.
They'll come through for the quick single. Good running between these two. Good cricket overall.
Yes. Point 2, Kapil Kana, 1 run. Then 1 run. Then Jesse Singh 6. Jesse Singh 1.
Big
Kapil Kana 1.
cut.
Wide and 1.
Not sure why Teras Patel
Wide and 1.
would take so long to come into the attack.
And then the other one 1 run.
Because you've got 2 right-handers at the crease. This is not to say that the left-hander may...
2, 2, 6.
1 dot. 2, 2, 6, 1 dot.
No, Tirt. 11th over.
Another dot delivery to end.
Yeah, 1, dot, 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 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So we should be
Look. On.
so single off the first ball from Salil Yadav. Jesse Singh comes into strike. Salil Yadav continues. And he will finish up here 1 for 19 so far.
Jesse Singh made a full stretch dive, may have hurt himself in the process. Let's hope he's okay. Just getting some refreshment.
So 99 for 4. We're in over number 14, being bowled here by Salil Yadav. He'll finish up here. And they're going at 7.5 at the moment. Jesse Singh and Kapil Khanna, 46-run partnership. And this has been a very good one here for the Maryland Mavericks.
Yeah, how important though is Jesse Singh's role in this batting display?
It's always been very important at the local level here. Nikhil bats always 5-6. And we saw during the course of this tournament when they badly need a knock and they need quick scoring, Jesse Singh is always the man to really come out here. You look at the Mavericks lineup, and they've got the likes of Jesse Singh, Kapil Khanna out in the middle, and Sashal Magan. So ball worked into the offside. Salil, let's look at what Salil has done. 3.3, 1 for 19, good figures. And one of the things, good control from Salil Yadav. He's kept the ball on one side of the wicket. Good control. And that has been an art. Right arm leg spinning has always been an art. Not easy to control, and the few bowlers who have done that consistently well and have been successful, you've got to give them so much credit. 101 for 4. So ball worked into the offside again. This has been a quality over from Salil Yadav. Only 3 runs off this over.
Yeah, a crucial time as well. The game narrowing down. These two 48-run partnership between them been there for a while. So very comfortable at the crease, but the leg spinner's holding his own. Doing well. I like what I'm seeing from Yadav. Tur Patel, give him a economical. Well, no, he wasn't. He went for 11 runs. They're going to need help from the other end.
Yeah, the bowling of Salil Yadav, you've got to appreciate the fact that he keeps the ball on one side of the pitch. It's 102 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So he's going to have to go back to Marvin Darlington. He went for 12 in his first over. Tur Patel also went for 11. So he's trying to Sean Finley, the captain, trying to make up these 4 overs between the two. I think, though, it may be worth Lenny the risk of bringing a Stephen Wigg. Or even one of the attacking bowlers to get a wicket. And that's why you need a wicket, because you've got to break this partnership. Jesse Singh one-handed. Not sure what that man was doing at the corner of your screen, trying to act as a fielder. But I think it may be worth the ploy. You look at Keon Joseph, he's got 1 over left. Wigg has got 1, Finlay 1. I think you need to bring a seamer back in the attack. May it be worth the gamble to try and break this partnership, because it's just too comfortable at the moment.
You're right on that. Big partnership here, 54-run partnership. And Jesse Singh and Kapil Khanna has batted extremely well. They've settled in to whatever bowling has been thrown at them here from Sean Finley. Oh, look at that. Kapil Khanna comes down, and we know he can strike the ball when he comes down, getting to the pitch of the ball, and the rest is gone for 6.
But the longer they bat these two, the more comfortable they will be at the crease. This is really good stuff. Good, sensible cricket. That's the main thing from these two. Kana 35 yet again continuing to do it for this team. I keep saying it. Not the most orthodox or the prettiest. He just gets the job done. That's what cricket is all about. Getting results. Does it in the field when he wicket keeps. Bowls as well, gets wickets. And now with the bat in hand.
So we've got 33 balls still to be bowled. Sashal Magan is another big hitter waiting in the hut. But for now, look at that. A 61-run partnership between the pair out in the middle. You can't ask for a better performance here from Jesse Singh and Kapil Khanna.
And all of a sudden, what looked like a treacherous start in the power play, when Keon Joseph and Stephen Wigg and others were running in hard, all of a sudden now they're back on top, the Mavericks. With a great platform. Look at this. Jesse Singh. He's displayed his all-round ability throughout this tournament. And he's now beginning to open up, kick into gear number 2.
Yeah, this over's gone. This over's gone for 18 so far. So they've seen enough. And Marvin Darlington is the man targeted here. A big shot here from Jesse Singh. And takes the partnership up to 67. Jesse Singh goes into the 40s. He's up to 44. That's 120 for 4.
And still one delivery remaining in the over. An over which is conceded 18 runs. They've got 6 wickets in hand.
So another ball, please, as umpire Ron McFarlane walks out with replacement balls. And that ball would have gone a long way into a restricted area that has been cordoned off by the officials of this complex. Maybe construction going on. So once the ball go into that area, no one is permitted beyond the fence.
But a chance for the Hawks to come together. It's an important game for them. Remember, a win guarantees them a spot in tomorrow's semi-final. Have to close out this innings well.
And Nickel just coming back to what we've seen here. Not since the 7th over have we seen some real pace when Keon Joseph bowled then. Apart from that, we've seen a lot of spin. Salil Yadav, Marvin Darlington, Tirth Patel briefly. And we've seen the medium pacer, Sean Finley. So yeah, you're right on that. We haven't seen a Stephen Wigg or a Keon Joseph to bowl at Jesse Singh and a partnership, Jesse Singh and Kapil Khanna, and a partnership that has gone up to 67. They have felt very comfortable with what has been thrown to them.
Yeah, and he's been defensive, I think, with his captaincy, Finley, because he's just been happy to allow them to ride out this partnership. He's got a gamble, I think, bring one of his main attacking bowlers back into the attack. Another single to end the over. So 19 from it. It's 121 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
And Kapil Khanna, they've posted 68-run partnership, Matt, but it looks like they've gotten comfortable with the bowling. And now Stephen Wigg gets a chance. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, Stephen Wigg, a very good bowler, and I think a bowler capable of breaking this partnership, and it's about time Sean Finley realized it.
This is a settled partnership. For a long time we have seen Jesse Singh and Kapil Khanna. Kapil Khanna, he's having a brilliant tournament, Matt.
Yes, he is. Kapil Khanna, my goodness. What a campaign he's had so far.
Yeah, the first day we saw him keeping wicket and then coming out and smashing balls. And then second game we saw him bowling leg spin and smashing balls. And today he's come much more of a builder. You wouldn't expect, or you wouldn't think he's a smasher of a cricket ball. Look, they've posted 68-run partnership And he looks like a top quality batsman. He is. And Jesse Singh, how many times haven't we seen Jesse Singh? His batting has really come on in this part of the country. He's always regarded as a batsman who can contribute to a batting order. And look, he's into his 40s.
Yeah, good player, Jesse Singh. I know this will be an interesting battle here, Wig and Kapil Khanna. Kapil Khanna looking to step down the track, doesn't get hold of it. Yet a single hands Jesse Singh back onto strike. So two Stallions teammates, Jesse Singh and Stephen Wig.
Saw Wig and Keon Joseph bringing up some very quality fast bowling. Wig has picked up one for 17 at the moment. And will come into bowl to Kapil Khanna. In fact, Jesse Singh, we'll have to wait and see if that's gone all the way. In fact, it has. And a big strike there from Jesse Singh.
Brings up the half century for Jesse Singh. And he goes up to 50 in some bit of style. Cracking shot there off the bat of Stephen Wig. And Jesse Singh goes up to 50.
So 50 here for Jesse Singh. And he's come off 32 balls. Big shot here from Jesse Singh. Takes him up to 52. And pulled into the onside. Only a single this time. And a partnership that has really helped the Mavericks. They're 130 for 4 with 25 balls still to be bowled. 170, 180 on the cards here, Matt. Still Sashil Magan to come.
Yeah, they've got hitters in the team still. Definitely they can get up to 170 if they really push.
And Kapil Khanna, he's had an outstanding series, continues to bat well. Look at that partnership. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's 130 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So Sean Finley gets another ball here, Matt. Let's see what he has done. 3 overs, no maiden, none for 24. And I get the feeling with Jesse Singh passing a half century, Matt, we could see a little bit more aggression here from Jesse Singh. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think he should try and go all out here. 4 overs left. Finley will be bowling this one. I'm sure Keon Joseph and Wig will get one. And then that final over is the toss-up. Probably Tirth Patel might get it. Could be Marvin Darlington, but he's bowled 2 overs, none for 31. So Tirth Patel might be the safer option.
But the fact is, where do you fit that in for Tirth Patel, let's say? We've seen the other day, not a good thing to bowl spin in the last over. So you may want a Keon Joseph or Stephen Wig to be bowling your 20th over, but somewhere along the line, they'll have to put someone in other than Keon Joseph or Stephen Wig. Oh, look at that. Smash absolutely out of the park from Kapil Khanna.
What a shot from Kapil Khanna. He goes up to 43, and that is a beauty.
Yeah, take a look at that. In the middle of the bat. It's gone a long way. And that's 6 more runs there for Kapil Khanna.
So Sean Finley under some pressure here. Sliced over the head of the fielder. That'll run away for 4 more. Kapil Khanna Goes up to 47. And this is turning out to be a good start to the over here for the Maryland Mavericks. A big 6, and now the slice over the head of the fielder for 4.
Productive period here for Kapilkana, 10 in couple of balls. Sean Finley having no answers at all. And Matt, you get the feeling that Washington Hawks, they're missing a bowler. On this one, another big edge. It doesn't matter how they come. And it's gone away for 4. 6, 4, and 4.
50 up now for Kapilkana. He brings up his half century in just 31 deliveries.
Look at that, a good slice on that one. Runs away towards the boundary. And Kapilkana has picked up another 50. In fact, he's picked up his first 50 of the tournament. But another good knock from him.
Tremendous. He's playing so well at the moment. Here's Kapilkana, and he's got a half century now. Looks to go again, this time playing a miss.
Yeah, Sean Finley has gone for quite a few. He's considered some 39 runs already. And I think, Matt, they're missing a bowler. They're missing a bowler somewhere along the line into the offside. Not timed well. They could come back for a couple of runs. And 2 more runs here for Maryland Mavericks. So 147 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Keon Joseph comes back into the attack. Two for 18 off 3. And will come into bowl to Jesse Singh. Jesse Singh is the man on strike.
So even more mystery in terms of where that over is going to come from, because we suddenly wanted Joseph or Wig to be bowling the final over. Now Joseph will be bowling here. So it adds even more mystery to when Darlington or Tirth Patel will get their over.
Want to think Darlington might be the man, but we'll wait and see. Sean Finley has gone for Keon Joseph. We knew he was going to bowl his allotted 4. Oh, smacked into the onside. How good is that shot? Good enough for 4 runs.
Yeah, very good shot there from Jesse Singh. Not afraid to go after Keon Joseph, even at this stage. Brilliant shot to start. Keon Joseph running in with all his power, and Jesse Singh easily dispatches it for 4.
So the run keeps coming here. Maryland Mavericks, they go up to 150, 151 for 4 to be exact. Jesse Singh continues to bat well. He's up to 58. And what a greeting here from Keon Joseph. And Matt, you've seen too many cricket matches to know that no matter how impressive you bowl at the top of the order with the new ball, things are a little bit different here. He's bowling with a ball. Look at that. Straight down the ground this time. And Marvin Darlington, the man, comes around quickly. Only a single. But you get the feeling when, no matter who you are, they come back for the second spell in the latter stages of the innings, how different things can go. So it's 152 for 4. And so we'll update you on the exact score. Having some technical issue with the score being posted, but for now it's 152 for 4. Kapil Khanna is on 53, Jesse Singh is on 59. And we've got 15 balls remaining. And this looks like it's gonna be another 180 score, Matt. Still batting to come, Sashal Magan, who has smashed his way to some very good scores in this series. While we're watching Keon Joseph, who has been roughed up in this over by Jesse Singh. And Kapil Khanna, he's been aggressive too.
Joseph has come back well though, just a single to Jesse and now 2 dots here to Kapil Khanna. 14 deliveries remaining. They'd want to get about 20 or so off that 14. More than 20, 25. That would give them over 170.
And Matt, whatever runs you want, you probably might be better off getting it from the 2 men out in the middle. A partnership that has gone up to 99, so one of the higher one we've seen. We've seen a couple of 100-run partnership, but this one is on the verge. And that brings up the 100-run partnership between Jesse Singh and Kapil Khanna.
Yeah, so a big partnership between these two. Partnership of 100. Jesse Singh contributing 46. Kapil Khanna contributing 54.
So this game comes to you all the way from Westchester County in the village of Harrison. And this is the Porches University ground, home of the USPL. Play and a miss. Apart from the ball that would have gone for 4, Matt. This is a good comeback from Keon Joseph. It's 153 for 4. 153 for 4. 18 overs gone.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Stephen Wigg comes into the attack here, Matt. Still waiting for that 1 over.
Yeah, it'll be the last over then, which will definitely be interesting.
I don't know, they might be going to Darlington, or whether or not they're going to trust Tirth Patel. $153 for 4. We were almost there with the score, but now makes that 154 for 4. That's a single taking here. In fact, leg by is a signal from umpire Brian Kane. So the Maryland Mavericks, they're up to 154 for 4. We've got 11 balls remaining. Swing and a miss from Jesse Singh. A partnership that has gone up to, that has now yielded 101 runs, a century run partnership. Stephen Wigg with 10 balls remaining. Runs into ball to Jesse Singh. He's batted well. And again, a play and a miss. Ball goes through to the keeper. And there is no run. So Jesse Singh is on 59. Oh, what an over here from Stephen Wigg, Matt.
Yeah, Jesse Singh struggling to get bat on ball here. Very good over this from Wigg. And knocked him over. So he kept on missing Jesse Singh, and it's the one time Stephen Wigg hits. So Jesse Singh has to depart. A well-played knock of 59. But Stephen Wigg, a very good over this, removes Jesse Singh. It's 1-5-4 for 5.
That's good. Now they got to out Jesse Singh. Sashal Magan.
Sashal Magan is the new man in. Big hitter as well. He's in at 154 for 7 with 7 deliveries remaining. Here's Stephen Wigg. Straight up in the air from Magan. Bridge Patel takes the catch. And 2 wickets to end the over from Stephen Wigg. A double wicket maiden in the end because there was a leg by there. So Sashal Magan departs. First ball. And Stephen Wigg strikes. A very good running catch there.
Yeah, excellent catch from Bridge Patel. Waited a long time, ran to get the ball. And in the end, a first ball duck here for Sashal Magan. So 154 for 7. Vineet Sinha. So Vineet Sinha comes to the middle, and Dominic Ricky gets the last over.
Well, the very interesting move here. Dominic Ricky, can he finish things off strong? Vineet Sinha.
Vineet on strike. The fact is, Matt, how do you get Kapilkana to come down? Dominic Ricky giving the ball into the onside, and Kapilkana will be on strike now. So, are you expecting fireworks from Kapilkana, or has he given you enough already?
Nah, Kapilkana is on 54. Don't think he'll be finished there just yet. I think he'll be looking to go after Dominic Ricky. Oh, well, that's a legal ball. So there's one from Dominic Ricky. 2 down, 4 to go. Throws it down. This one is in the air from Kapilkana. And they'll get a single there. So if you're Kapilkana, are you taking that single?
I wouldn't have. With 156 on the board, unless Vinit Sinha can produce one that we saw from Sarawat. Remember the name, Sumit Sarawat. This one, oh, look at that! Struck well here from Vinit Sinha. You can't want a better productive stroke than that. It's gone for 4.
Yeah, good shot there from Vinit Sinha. Takes things up to 160. So they will get to that 160 mark there, the Mavericks.
Yeah, and Joseph will have to take a long walk in the park, so we'll take a short break while that ball gets retrieved.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Two balls left to go. Dominic Ricky to Vinit Sinha. No elevation. Darlington is there, and there will be a run out. So Sinha is gone. Run out Marvin Darlington. They managed to get one back, so 161 for 7 as Sinha departs.
You gotta go to wicket first. You gotta out the batsman. So the wicket is run out, right? And now watch who comes in with them. I have to switch that.
Kunal Baride is the new man. He'll be facing the final ball. Dominic Ricky. Final ball here. Baride doesn't get the elevation. They'll run for anything here. They'll come back for 2. Darlington with a throw. And Baride is run out. Very similar to Vinit Sinha. So another run out, and it results in the Maryland Mavericks finishing on 162 for 8.
Hello. Hello. We're here at the mid-innings with the Maryland Mavericks versus the Washington Hawks. Maryland Mavericks have put up 162 runs. I have with me Stephen Wake from Washington Hawks taking 3 crucial wickets. You know, obviously the first one, Dane Switz. We know how important of a wicket that is. And then getting Jesse and Sachal out in the 19th over, giving it a double wicket maiden over.
Yeah, I mean, just about execution and making sure we did what we know how to do best, just to contain them. We know the boundaries are short out here, so just making sure we're hitting the lengths right and keeping it tight.
Yeah, and especially that partnership. You know, Jesse and Kapil had, brought up over 100 runs, and then breaking that partnership, I think that really helped draw it back. And especially in the 19th over, I mean, it's very difficult to get both wickets, but even bowl a maiden.
Yeah, for sure. I think we put it back well at the end and just brought back momentum on our side going into the second innings, which is important. So hopefully we can go out and chase the runs.
Yeah, and especially speaking about the chase, the batting lineup you guys have, 163 to win. So tell me, I know you guys have a great batting lineup, a well-balanced side as well.
Yeah, we have some good players on our side, with Dominic, Akshay up top. Hopefully they can get us off to a good start. And we have some good strength at the middle as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get the runs that we need.
Well, all the best for the chase.
Thank you.
Well, stay tuned as we go in with Jesse Singh right after the short break. I'm here with Jesse Singh from the Maryland Mavericks. Great half century, 59 off of 41, 5 4s and 3 6s. I mean, coming out there at number 5, obviously losing wickets in the power play, 3 wickets, coming and building that innings, especially with Kapil Khanna.
I think credit goes to them. They bowled well in the beginning, but also I think our batting unit in the beginning, they rushed a bit. It's not a wicket that you could, look to hit the ball straight through the line. It is two paces, staying a bit up and down. As we know, it's the 4th day we're playing in a row and a lot of games being played, so you got to expect the wicket to stay a bit low and up. So that was a bit unpredictable, but I think we rushed a bit in the beginning. But yeah, I'm glad me and Kapil were able to put a partnership up, and we were able to drag it till the end.
And especially, bowling, speaking, with having you in that bowling lineup, 162 to defend. How do you feel about that total?
I think it's a decent total. We're gonna have to work hard for it. It's not I wouldn't say it's a total that you could go ahead and easily defend it. It's a decent total. We're still gonna have to bowl the right areas, do the right things, defend, doubles in fielding, and and back ourselves and work hard to get wickets here. And I think we should be able to get over the line.
Well, must win for you guys. All the best, and hopefully see you in the playoffs. Thank you. Thank you. So the game is about to start. We're going to head back to the studio.
First delivery of the run chase. Akshay Homraj, Dominic Ricky, the openers. Matthew Aichibar alongside me. Good day to you, Matthew. Beautiful day now, beautiful day. This is what I'm talking about here in terms of the weather.
Yeah, a lot better now than it was this morning and yesterday.
So 162 is the total that must be chased by the Washington Hawks. Remember what's at stake for both of these teams. Qualification into tomorrow's semi-final. So important that they win this game. Jasdeep Singh was brilliant with the bat, getting a 50 along with Kapil Khanna, both part of that big partnership. But one thing I'll say is that, the Hawks can sneak in maybe, even if they lose. But for the Mavericks, who are only on 2 points, they have to win this game. It's all important. This clash, the next 20 overs will decide a lot in terms of the seedings, the matchups that we see for tomorrow.
Yeah, still a lot to play for here between these two sides.
Yeah, these two, the openers, very important, very experienced. Oh, has he got bat on it? And he can always, Jasdeep Singh, he gave himself away. I'll tell you why, Matthew. As soon as the ball was bowled, he put his hand on his head. Only after the keeper went up did he then realize could be a close shout. But yeah, clear gap between bat and ball there.
Yeah, there we go. He got the hands behind the head. Not very convincing.
But it's a good start from Singh. He'll have his tail up and he'll be ready, searching for wickets because of the sort of batting display, wanting that momentum and rhythm to carry over into his bowling. But good to see sort of Jasdeep Singh, one of the main players for this Mavericks team, stepping up when they need him most. In the air, should be taken, it's gone, it's the first wicket. And it's the Kapil Khanna Jasdeep Singh connection yet again. The two that did it with the bat connect in the field, and it's Akshay Homraj, who already has 150 in this tournament. He's been dismissed. Huge wicket for the Mavericks.
Yeah, big one there. Kapil Khanna with the catch, and Akshay Homraj departs for just one on the board. It's 2 for 1. Jesse Singh strikes in the first over.
Huge wicket for the likes of the Hawks. They have to defend 8 runs per over if they want to be successful, but I think the key will be wickets. It's a Hawks team. Bat pretty deep. Bridge Patel will come into the middle. You think about the captain, Sean Finlay, Marvin Darlington. I've had a few that have stood up with the bat in hand. Dominic Ricky, I think, also equally important. Made his international debut against Ireland end of last year. He's another one of those openers that needs to have a big minor league season if he wants to get back in the reckoning. You would have seen a lot of Ricky. What do you reckon?
Yeah, he's a very, very good player and has really earned that US call-up, has been very consistent over the years. And I agree, he needs to fire on all cylinders for minor league.
Getting that ball to shape away. Jasdeep Singh. So 4 deliveries gone, 2 for 1. Well, actually 5 deliveries now after that dot. Last delivery coming up. How Jasdeep Singh would love to get another one. Almost. Good tight bowling though there. Can see confidence up at the moment. The Mavericks, end of the first, 2 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So back here, just one over. Then Vineet Sinha will take up the responsibility in terms of opening that bowling with Jasdeep Singh. Great first over from Singh though. It sets the tone in terms of how you want to execute this run chase and sort of run defense.
Starts well to Dominic Ricky. And one of the big threats there from the Washington Hawks have been dismissed already. Akshay Homraj looking to go up and over, but in the end finding Kapil Khanna.
Good length, very good length from these seamers to start. He's got mid on, mid off up in the circle. Can't afford to be full. 2 out in the deep, the fine leg. And the man at third man, so doesn't have the luxury of being very full. I like that. I think that's effective and has proven to produce results on that length. Another good delivery. He's going to have to re-bowl that one though. Sinha. I'm going to put you on the spot after the next delivery, Matthew, and ask you to pick a winner. So start thinking. It's very early days, but that's where you really earn the big bucks, you know, being able to predict. In the onside, well timed by Ricky. Gonna come back for 2. So Matthew, halfway into the second over. 158 needed at 8.5. 9 wickets in hand for the Hawks. If you had to pick one now. No, not the overall win of the tournament. I mean of this game.
Oh.
Who's going to win this game?
Well, this will be still early to call, but I do think that the Washington Hawks, I think, can pull this off.
Well, the thing about the Hawks is that haven't seen too much of their middle order. In that first game, Akshay Homraj was able to bat a long time in that half century. I just wonder, can the likes of Darlington, Keon Joseph towards the end, gonna have to hurry Dominic Ricky, puts pressure on Jasdeep Singh, gets through for the single.
I think Dominic Ricky should definitely score big, and I think if they are to emerge victorious here, Dominic Ricky will play a big part, especially given Akshay Homraj is already in the hut. I think they've still got some batting to come. It's still hard to tell from the second over, but would favour the Washington Hawks to win it. That could all change. Dominic Ricky gets dismissed early. Completely different game on our hands. Vineet Sinha's bowled a good overhead. He's just gone for 5. And 2 of those were by bowling wide. Bridge Patel yet to get off the mark.
He's run up 7 times in the over. Already, Vineet Sinha still has another delivery to bowl. Pujan Modi's 13 attempts in 1 single over. Big swing and a miss. This sun really coming down, Matthew. This feels like the Barbados sun I'm used to. End of 2 overs, 7 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Sunny Purchase, New York. Probably the best day we've had in this CBTF USPL. Jasdeep Singh, what a day he's had. 55 with the bat in hand. Sorry, 59 from just 41. And now already got on a wicket to his tally. He's another one, Matthew. We were discussing earlier those in the race for the MVP. If his team gets through to tomorrow's finals day, because of his impact on this team and how much they rely on him, he could definitely easily come up with an MVP award, depending on his team's success.
Yeah, Jesse Singh, he seems to strike gold wherever he goes. We saw him with the New Jersey Stallions, played a big part in that Stallions side reaching the final of the minor league, and there's so many other teams around here that Jesse Singh plays a massive part, and they always seem to go far when you've got a player like Jesse Singh. So definitely, without a doubt, an MVP candidate right here.
Sliding on leg, that last appeal. Yeah, he's played 6-1 internationals, 4 T20 internationals for the USA. But I've seen him up close in the 19 list day matches that he's played. A lot of those coming in the Super 50 tournament in the Caribbean. And he definitely has impressed. One thing I like to see though is his batting. I think that could separate him and add to his cause of getting in that USA national team again. He's had 2 really impressive returns in this tournament. First, a 30 from 17 deliveries yesterday. And now, 59 from 41. Today's one especially was a sign of his great maturity with the bat in hand, how he played the situation, and then made sure he took the game deep.
Yeah, he's a very, very good player. And he can do pretty much anything. He can bowl with, he's known for his bowling. And he's also very handy with the bat. I can handle any situation with the bat. And Jesse Singh, another thing, his work ethic as well is brilliant. Jesse Singh, he's always looking to improve, always willing to compete. And definitely any team would love to have a player like Jesse Singh on their side. He has the mentality of a true champion.
Yeah, Dominic Rickey's so important. Dominic Jaskaran Rickey. He's got Jaskaran on the back of his shirt. Has to neutralize this threat. I think he needs to bat the entire power play. And as I say that, leading edge, but it goes to the boundary. Some fortune coming for the Washington Hawks. They need it. Jesse Singh has been so hard to score off of.
Yeah, they get a lucky break with that one. Running away for 4 off the edge of Dominic Rickey. So boundary there, that'll just ease things a little bit there for the Hawks. Final ball, 6 has come off this over so far. Jesse Singh, 1 for 7. So he started off very well here, Jesse Singh. And another edge from Dominic Rickey. This one will just be single. So 3 overs completed. It's 14 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Well, if you're now joining us, 3 overs have been complete. 14 for 1. This is on, straight up in the air. Should be taken. Sinha calls it, and he's taken it. And it's another crucial wicket for the Maryland Mavericks, who are on a roll. First with the bat and now following it up with the ball. Steep bounce. Dominic Ricky had no idea.
Yeah, that you could tell from Dominic Ricky. That was an awkward one. And a very, very good ball there from Vineet Sinha, catching Ricky by surprise, that one. And in the end, it pops straight up in the air. And a simple catch for Vineet Sinha, who has his first wicket. And Dominic Ricky goes. It's 14 for 2.
Very important strike. Now both the openers gone. Ricky's had a tough tournament, and that continues.
Marvin Darlington in at 4. So far, the Pacers have done well for the Mavericks. Jesse Singh and Vineet Sinha. They've gotten rid of Akshay Hamraj and Dominic Ricky, two of the better batsmen from the Washington Hawks. They've got Marvin Darlington out there. Good players, Marvin Darlington. He can hit the ball.
Yeah, Darlington had a start in the last game, but didn't follow up and didn't follow on, so he's new opportunity today. Down the leg side, we'll have to reball that on the seam of Vineet Sinha. Has bowled a couple extras in his first over.
Yeah, did struggle with the wides a little bit. But some early pressure here on the Washington Hawks. They've lost their 2 openers. And now new opportunities here for Marvin Darlington and for Bridge Patel.
So for Vineet Sinha, he's already picked up 1 scalp. You want to keep picking up wickets. Interesting to see how many overs the captain gives both Sinha and Jasdeep Singh. Does he go for the kill early, look to pick up another wicket in this power play? Or does he aim to play it safe and maybe keep those 4 overs for the back end of the innings?
Yeah, we'll see what Kunal Barade decides to go for. I think another wicket and the Maryland Mavericks would really be well in control of the game. So probably, I don't know, depends. Would he rather give Jesse Singh another one after this, or would he rather save Jesse Singh for the death, because he's good either way? Will be an interesting call.
Yeah, it will be. We'll find out in the next over. Trying to bowl short, Vineet Sinha, but the line has been the problem. Kapilkana behind the stumps. Tell you that man, Kapilkana, Matthew, he's everywhere. Another 50 churned out with the bat in hand. I'm sure we'll see him with the ball at some stage in the innings. He's been in the wickets in the tournament. And now behind the gloves, making a good stop. Good over so far, just 2 runs and a wicket. And ends with a dot. So that will end the fourth, 16 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले Visit cbtfspeednews.com.
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो.
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 2 overs remain inside the first 6 overs. Such a crucial stage of the innings. These first 6 overs, Matthew, you think about T20 cricket and how it's evolved as the years have gone on. So much emphasis on these first 6 overs. Why? You only allowed 2 outside the circle. And those 2, from what I can see, for Jasdeep Singh is a third man and he has the fine leg. It tells you, it gives him protection for that shorter pitch delivery.
Yeah, you've got to have protection for the shorter one because seems everybody's bowling short. Trying to avoid pitching it up too much because of the straight boundary. Atish Gawand is into the attack.
Yes,
Darlington will be on strike.
And he's playing it safe. The captain, he's taking Singh out the attack. Another man may have opted to be aggressive and search for that first wicket. Well, sorry, third wicket for Singh and the Mavericks. Just look at, I mentioned Kapil Khanna in the last over, how impressive he's been in this tournament. 109 runs in the 3 innings, averaging over 50, 54 and a half with the bat in hand. And then with the ball, he's contributed 3 wickets and he's also behind the stumps. This is not a household name by any means, nothing flashy. He's just stuck to the basics, the fundamentals throughout the tournament. And he's been so effective and a big reason why the Mavericks could win this game and qualify for tomorrow's finals day.
Yeah, Kapil Khanna, a true all-rounder. Does his job wherever he is, with the bat, with the ball, with the gloves on. Doesn't matter. Kapil Khanna's there. And he's having a wonderful tournament as well. Darlington driving straight to the fielder. And a direct hit may have been a little close there, but a single.
You look at this field, he sent back the long off. Dwayne Smith at long off. I don't know if I really like that option. I just think you've done so well to contain. You've been consistent in terms of the 2 opening seamers on that good length. They haven't driven many deliveries down the ground. I want to challenge the batter to then take on that mid-off fielder and search for boundaries. It prevents opportunities for easy pressure relief. Scamper 2 for the quick single. So Gawan has started well. I want to get your perspective on it as well though, Matthew, because it's something that you see very often in all formats of cricket. That mid-off and mid-on, those mid-on and mid-off fielders, at times they're left inside the circle. It entices the batter to then go over the top and you can present opportunities for taking wickets. I think at this stage you got 145 more runs on the board. You can't afford to be aggressive, and as I say that, Dwayne Smith comes in the circle. Good captaincy and good aggressive bowling from Gawan.
Yeah, you're right. I think being aggressive in a situation like this is very important. This one is up and over from Bridge Patel, and that'll be a boundary.
Well, you don't mind that too much if you're the bowler. 1 from 9 before that boundary. I don't mind him taking on those deliveries on the up, mind you. It was full, but I think if he pulls the length back a bit more, then becomes a much different situation. But a good shot from Bridge Patel needs that. Has to stick around, but at the same time they have to score. Need to go out over 9 runs and over. The Hawks.
So Gawan, 2 dots, a leg by and a 4 in this over. Bridge Patel on strike, he's on 5. And this one down the leg side, it's a wide.
And you can't afford that if you're the Mavericks, because you both 3 good deliveries. Yes, one was hit for a boundary, but you have to keep the pressure on. With every bonus run, seems like a weight comes off the shoulders. They're already 2 wickets down, 2 important wickets down in terms of the openers. Sean Finlay, the captain, he will be so important when he does come to bat. Salil Yadav has proven that he can contribute in the middle order as well. Yeah, that's the ideal length. I like that length. You got mid on, mid off up in the circle. the batter then has to do so much thinking in terms of how he can find the boundary. This is still the power play, mind you. Still 8 deliveries remaining inside this power play. Well cut, but there is that third man in place. Bowling to his field well. Atish, go on. We'll bowl those 2 wide, so he's got to bowl the extra delivery now. This run rate, they've kept it well contained. Under 5 runs and over. And they've got a decent total on the board as well, 162. So have to say these first 5 overs have gone the way of the Maryland Mavericks. Long game T20 cricket, still 15 overs after this. Aerial, but in the onside. The mid-wicket was in place, but it'll be wide, and they only get 1. So a single to end relatively decent over. 8 from it, 25 for 2 after 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So from one Aichi bar to the next, Lenny joins me in the commentary box. 5 overs, done and dusted, 25 for 2. Have to say the Maryland Mavericks, Lenny, well on top at this stage.
You're right on that, Nikhil, as Gaurav Rana has been given the ball. A well-controlled bowling spell from Jesse Singh, Vinit Sinha. Atish Gawan bowled a tidy over with a couple of wickets gone. That of Akshay Homraj and Dominic Ricky. This has been a very good reply. This has been a very good bowling effort here. Still 138 to win from 90 balls, so a lot of batting will have to come on here from the Washington Hawks. So the sun has come out with all his glory here. It's been a little bit hotter in the box. And so far, we've seen a very, very good tournament put together by the USPL. And it's far from over. Still a lot to play for. Mavericks and Hawks locked in a battle here.
Yeah, going back to seam. So 4 seamers used now. This over, I think, so critical. If you look at this complexion of this game, the Hawks 25 for 2. If they can get a quality over, maybe 10 or more, it takes some of the pressure off going into the middle phase of the innings.
So Gaurav Rana to Darlington, up and over the offside, gonna run up towards the point boundary, and they'll come back for a couple of runs. Good looking shot here from Darlington, trying to break free from what has been a stranglehold in the last couple of overs.
I think Bridge Patel's got to be a bit more attacking in this situation. You've been there for 12 deliveries. We know how difficult it is to get in, but you spent time at the crease. Now that you are in and set, you've got to take some of the pressure off of Darlington and the rest to come. We saw many of the batters throughout the 4 days on this surface start slowly but catch back up. Kapilkana was 1 today, 12 from 12, ended up on 53.
So an attempted pull, doesn't time it well, we'll get a single, but we've seen some good bowling from Jesse Singh and Vinit Sinha. And as in the case of Vinit Sinha, this tournament, as we made the point from time to time, will serve up some new talent. We all know who Jesse Singh is, but the likes of Vinit Sinha and some of the other players, a big platform for them to really make their name.
Well, Dwayne Smith standing at mid-off. Hasn't really fired with the bat in hand. Here he's on left of your screen. But I can tell you he'll be liking this sun, Lenny, much like I am. A lot more like Bridgetown, Barbados. Don't know what that was this morning. This is in the gap. It's well punched. And even though it's a thick outfield, it'll get to the boundary. Hit well enough. And this is what I want to see from Bridge Patel. A lot more selective, but aggressive at the same time. Welcome boundary for the team.
Lovely shot from Bridge Patel. Along with Marvin Darlington has put up a little partnership here. 18 so far. Still a long way to go. 131 to win from 87 balls, asking 9 runs and over. And you got to say at this point in time, the fielding team does have a little bit of an edge at this moment. And it's going to be a long way here.
Oh, wow. Look at the steep bounce on that. And it goes through the batter and the keeper. And it's going to be byes. But we have seen that as this tournament has progressed, some of that variable bounce. Look at the length. It wasn't short by any means. But there's demons beginning to rise in this synthetic surface.
Yes, Nikhil, we saw the ball that took out Dominic Ricky. Might have been one of those. Took the bat handle, I think. That was the end of Dominic Ricky. We saw you yesterday. Simmons getting hit on the hand. So 36 for 2. Bridge Patel on strike.
Yeah, so interesting how the likes of Elendo Simmons, Riyad Emirates, Dwayne Smith, and so many others have come into this tournament, brought in from Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, and other places in the West Indies, but haven't found it easy to adapt. And that just shows you the difficulty, the challenge of this synthetic surface. So when you do meet a Kapil Khanna who's excelled in all areas, you do have to give him immense credit. And there he is for his team behind the stumps. That one keeping low this time. So challenge for Bridge Patel. The extra bit of bounce from Gaurav Rana causing some problems. End of 6, the power play done. 36 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So scorching heat here at the Sunny Purchase ground in New York. Must say, Lenny, this ground has great potential. We've seen sort of a clay surface laid down. Hasn't been used yet. We're using that synthetic matting. But in years to come, maybe even in phase 2, which begins in July, we could see the traditional turf wicket be used. Maintenance, preparation, and all those factors will come into play. But definitely has the makings of a good T20 ground.
Yes, Nikhil, a lot of work has been gone to get this ground up to what it is today. You're watching a well put together facility work done by the officials here, as Dwayne Smith has been given the ball, and he comes in with 127 to win from 84 balls. So tremendous work done by the officials.
Yeah, Dwayne Smith yesterday only bowled 1 over. It was the last over. Kept it extremely tight. Happy to see he's into the attack much earlier today. And there we see it again. That delivery was almost a full-length delivery. Look at where it passed the batter. Darlington.
Yeah, a lot of devil in the pitch on day 4. Darlington survived, gives the wicket a tap. And a good start here from Dwayne Smith.
Tell you, that looked like a delivery from Malcolm Marshall. The way that rose off that length.
And the fact is, Nikhil, I thought that Dwayne Smith has been under ball in this series, but 36 for 2 here. The boys, Jesse Singh, Vinit Sinha, Atish Gawan has made very good progress. This one top-edged into the offside, and only a single off the bat of Marvin Darlington. But you feel the pressure on the Washington Hawks here. They would have lost 2 of their free scoring scorers, the likes of Dominic Ricky and Akshay Hamraj. And so far, Bridge Patel and Marvin Darlington, they've put on a partnership of 23, but it's taken some time to come.
Yeah, perfect opportunity this, though, for Marvin Darlington, who obviously outfitted for the Empire State Titans in last year's minor league season. Didn't have the biggest responsibility with the bat in hand because of the names, household names that were in that team. But I have seen him in the New York Metropolitan League and other tournaments progress with the bat. And I think this is the ideal opportunity for him to stick in and get a big total, see his team home, and put them in tomorrow's finals.
So Smith has bowled a very tidy over so far. Just a couple of runs and 3 balls. And the ball outside the off stump, left alone by Darlington. Darlington comes out of Villagers in the Metropolitan League. And a man, when you talk to him, will probably tell you that he is over time. He has scored over 20 plus Senior Cup 100 in Jamaica. And so he comes in here, 24 run partnership. Doesn't time this ball well. And the ball goes up to Gaurav Rana. 124 to win from 79 ball, asking 9.5 runs and over. The pressure on Washington Hawks.
And then I must say a special hello to all of those around the world. I know a lot in the Caribbean, Barbados, tuning in to see Dwayne Smith, Trinidad and Tobago, to see, you know, the various West Indians in action. Saw Stephen Katwaru. Christopher Ramsaram will be in action later on from the Twin Island Republic. Single to end the over. That's what the great streaming platform YouTube presents. Opportunities to see it globally. 40 for 2 after 7.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो.
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Gaurav Rana will continue. First of all, went for 7. And this has been a tidy spell of some very, very good bowling so far. And the fact is, we haven't seen the introduction yet of Raymond Ramratan, so he could finish off a very well put together bowling unit.
I was just going to make that point, actually, seeing Ramratan come to field in front of us at mid-wicket. He's someone that has proven, both in the minor league for the New Jersey Stallions, he's a wicket taker. Averaged 15 with the ball in that tournament. I think with his spin option, at a phase now where this partnership getting to 27, even though yes, the scoring is not hurting you in a sense, you still want to keep taking wickets. I would like to see spin into the attack soon. Straight up. Fielder comes under it, should take it, but instead overruns it. And that's a big chance going to begging. We just mentioned the importance of breaking this partnership. You've got to hold on to your chances. The Mavericks in a must-win game.
Yeah, badly misjudged by the fielder. Ball was in the air for a long time. At one point, he seemed to have it in control. In the end, badly misjudged. Darlington gets off 42 for 2.
You just sense the pressure getting to Marvin Darlington. 8 from 11. Hasn't been able to find the middle of the bat, find the boundary with any regularity. Fielder may have hurt himself in the process. He's up though, so hopefully he's okay. 42 for 2. Game well poised at the moment. Hard to pick a winner. Just get a sense of intensity though in surrounding this matchup. Basically the winner puts himself into tomorrow's finals day. Action going to be coming to you from 8 o'clock a.m. All those cricket fanatics globally. Chance to tune in early. We've got 2 semi-finals and then the grand finale in the evening. You don't want to miss tomorrow, Lenny. Don't miss it.
So a couple of runs off this over. Gaurav Rana and everyone else who has been given the ball has bowled exceptionally well. Would have started with Jesse Singh and Vinit Sinha. A run rate that is just slowed to 5.7. The required is almost 9.5. And Brij Patel waits for Gaurav Rana. And so the next match, we will see the New Jersey Titans coming up against the Carolina Eagles. A couple of top teams still battling for points and jostling for positions. And so we'll have to wait and see towards the latter part of the day to give you a determination of who will be the teams going through. But for now, what we do know, Nikhil, Maryland Mavericks, they're playing a very, very good game here today. Still 121 to win.
Well, Bridge Patel, 21 deliveries at the crease. Still only 13. Needs to get a move on. Something's going to have to give for this Hawks team. Yes, in the power play, you don't want to lose too many wickets, but as this game boils down, that run rate continues to skyrocket. Now at close to 10 and over. Required, just a single down to Jesse Singh. Reliable option down there at long on, so just be one. That won't hurt the Hawks too much.
Yeah, Bridge Patel has found the going a little too tough to score quickly. He's been there for some time. Does have a decent bit of technique, but the technique to get and score quickly has certainly not been a part of his repertoire. It's 43 for 2. And this over's gone well for Gaurav Rana. 3 runs off this over. And Marvin Darlington comes in to strike.
Expansive drive from Darlington, but Dwayne Smith is at long off. He's very quick. So it'd just be one. Dwayne Smith just bowled 1 over for 4 runs. Expect to see him come back into the attack. Probably bowl his full quarter. End of 8 overs. Have to say, momentum swinging back into the favour of the Mavericks. 44 for 2 after 8.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
And this one is punched through the offside from Marvin Darlington. And that goes away for 4. Much needed boundary here from Darlington and Bridge Patel. This time is Darlington, 48 for 2.
Yeah, important boundary being scored to open up the over off Dwayne Smith. He has bowled economically well. Smith comes in over 300 T20 matches under his belt. Much better line outside the off stump.
So well put together bowling unit. And I'm pretty sure we could be seeing the likes of Raymond Ramratan and of course the man keeping the wicket now, Kapil Khanna.
Kind of surprised that we haven't seen spins yet, given the fact that they haven't taken a wicket since the 5th over. Well, ball from Smith. Good comeback after that initial boundary.
So 49 for 2. They're on the verge of going to a half century here. Bridge Patel, he's used up several balls, in fact 22 to be exact, for just 14. And you get the feeling that he'll have to make a move here. Run rate going up to almost 10 runs and over. This one has eluded Kapil Khanna. And we'll wait and see umpire Brian Kane. Any signal? In fact, leg by is the call. So a leg by added to the tally. That brings up the 50 here for the Washington Hawks. They still need 113.
Yeah, still quite some ways to go. That 8 wickets in hand will help their cause. Help massively. Can't leave it to anyone else. Darlington's been there for a while, seen a lot. Has to take up the mantle of the scoring.
We've seen a lot of play and miss and mistimed shots from both of the players out in the middle. In particular, Marvin Darlington seems to know what he wants to do. It's just that the timing has been totally off.
Yeah, but the important thing is that he hasn't thrown it away. Even though, yes, he hasn't really scored at the rate that they probably would need, he's still there. That's the important thing. He can accelerate as this innings progresses. Sun really coming down now, Lenny. Have to take cover.
Yeah, you'll have to return the jackets that you borrowed. Several jackets that you would have probably planned your way to get you through 4 days of exciting USPL cricket in chilly temperatures.
Oh yeah, I got the winter jacket sent in and everything. But this morning is brutal weather.
Yeah, Nikhil, probably England may not be one of your destination.
9 overs done, 51 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 112 needed from 66. Raymond Ramratan, 6th bowler to be used here. He comes into the attack. Quality leg spinner is Raymond Ramratan. Complete all-rounder, batted at the top of the order today. And will come into bowl to Darlington. So Darlington picks up another run. Partnership goes up to 38, but this 38 has taken some time to build. He has taken the 36 ball so far. They've been there for some time. And with a run rate that is asking 10 runs and over now.
So Ramratan, the change we asked for into the attack. Mightily impressed with this man's all-round game. Came up the order today to open the batting.
So ball driven into the onside, looking for a couple of runs. Let's look at the throw. Not a good one at all. A couple of runs here for Marvin Darlington. Still a long way to go. 108 from 63 balls. Asking 10 runs and over. We saw calculated chase yesterday from Ranak Sharma and Hiran Patel. Could we be seeing another one here from Darlington and Bridge Patel? They've been there for some time. And at some point, they'll have to make a move.
Yeah, getting back to Ramratan, though. Opens the batting for you, can bat it. Number 4, can even finish the innings off. The best catcher, has proven in the minor league with 19 catches in last year's season. And then also comes and bowls a handy leg spin. Averaged over 15 with the ball in hand. And anytime you average close to 20, then you know you're doing something right. But 15, that's superb.
Yeah, he's a quality all-rounder. And surprisingly at time, Nikhil, you see him play tournaments around here and he hardly sometimes gets bowling on some of the teams, and I wonder why. So 10 overs gone, 57 for 2 with Bridge Patel and Marvin Darlington posting 43-run partnership, 106 to win from 60 balls.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
CBTF, the title sponsors of this USPL. So is it going to be Dwayne Smith? Looks like it. Dwayne Smith again, who's bowled well in his spell so far. Hasn't really fired with the bat in hand.
So Dwayne Smith 2 for 10, change of keeper. And so Kapil Khanna comes out to the mid-wicket area. He's given the glove. We'll try to pick up who is taking the wicket-keeping duties over. So you know Kapil Khanna sooner or later will be given the ball.
It's hard to think that we could possibly be seeing one of these teams be eliminated from this tournament. Lenny, 2 of the more talented and skilled teams, but this group so stacked. Could easily see one bowing out of the tournament. Next game as well will be a blockbuster. The Titans in action.
So Mahesh Kasarkar gets the glove this time, and Dwayne Smith, who's bowled 2 overs, no made none for 10, comes into the attack or continues on a single here to Brij Patel. And Brij Patel, he's taking a long time to really get going. In fact, only a couple of 4s. Marvin Darlington only 1. And while the partnership looks, from a quantity standpoint, it's 14 runs. It's taken a long time to build.
Yeah, these two have been very slow, and because of that, that required rate has gone up to 11s. But what I will say is, I think it's important that they stay in the middle in this period, at least until the 14th or 15th over. If you lose a wicket now, Newman has to come in. It's more time taken away. Darlington goes over the top, but there's long off in place, and it's Ramrattan. One man you don't want to find in the field is Raymond Ramrattan. Makes no mistake. Dwayne Smith in the wickets.
Yeah, big strike here from Dwayne Smith. Excellent judge catch from Raymond Ramrattan. And Marvin Darlington falls. The partnership of 44 comes to an end. And another wicket goes down. 59 for 3. Darlington gone.
I just mentioned the fact that you don't want to lose a wicket at this stage. Darlington, though, with the rate increasing, had to go. The Hawks, I think, in trouble here. Even though they've got 7 wickets in hand, haven't seen too much of their lower order. They've put a lot on Akshay Homraj at the top of the order. This will be a test for them. Sunny purchase here in New York for the CBTF, sorry, the USPL. Remember the Carolina Eagles in action next. Up against the Titans.
So Umair Ali comes to the middle. Still 104 needed from 58 balls. Still a long way to go. And they've lost 3 wickets along the way. Smith picks up 1. And another ball that is taking off with a steep amount of bounce. He loses the keeper and buys the signal from umpire Brian Kane. So 103 required from 57, asking almost 11 runs and over. And Brij Patel, he's been there for some time. He's up to 17. Oh, ball them. So Brij Patel misery comes to an end. He's gone for 17. Smith strikes again. The double strike in this over is 60 for 4.
Well, you just mentioned it. Don't want to bring a new man in because of the challenge of starting on this surface. 1 brings 2 in cricket so often in T20 cricket, especially when you're chasing a total.
So Sean Finley will come to the middle. A lot of runs still to get here. It's 103 from 56 balls. They've lost 4. And Brij Patel walks back to the pavilion.
So crucial 2 wickets picked up by Smith. Remember, he still has 2 overs from Jesse Singh. Can come back. Sean Finley, the captain. So much on him. So much of the onus. And after that long partnership had developed, Marvin Darlington went. And then Brij Patel followed soon after. Just 2 deliveries in between.
So Sean Finley comes to the middle. Wickets falling at 2, 14, 59 and 60. So a couple of quick strikes in this over. A couple of wickets after bowling a Dwayne Smith. And one former West Indies player will come into bowl to another former West Indies player. Sean Finley allows one to go through. And the equation is still 103 to win from 55 balls, asking 11.2 at the moment.
Yeah, interested to see how Finlay plays this situation. The captain, especially now the fact that he's got a brand new batsman at the other end as well. He is capable though of winning this game by himself. This is in the air, but Jesse Singh, as good of a fielder as he is, can't get there. How daunting of it though. Having Singh and Ramrathan long on and long off. So hard to score. Ends a very successful over for Dwayne Smith. 2 wickets come. It's after 11, 61 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So back here in the action, 4 overs remain before you get to that last 5. And in that last 5 overs, you would think Lenny, they will want to chase somewhere around 50. But to do that, Sean Finlay's got to really come to the party. Still need 102 from the 9 remaining overs.
So Atish Gawand comes in for his second bowling spell. Ball eludes the keeper, Mahesh Kesarkar. And he may have gone away for 4, so 5 wides added there as Atish Gawand comes back into the attack. And Nikhil, you get the feeling that when Akshay Homaraj and Dominic Ricky walked out to bat, those were going to be the 2 principal batters. Dominic Ricky badly needed a score in this series. He, like Dwayne Smith, hasn't really fired. We saw Akshay Homaraj getting a 50 the other day. But once Akshay Homaraj and Dominic Ricky flopped at the top of the order, it was always going to be difficult. Brij Patel came in along with Darlington. And this stood around for some time, but was certainly not enough to score 9 and 10 runs and over. And you look what has happened here. It's 11 runs and over as Sean Finley and Ali Umair Amjun comes out to the middle here, 66 for 4.
Into the onside, Sean Finlay played 6 one-day internationals for the West Indies. Man from Jamaica, the all-rounder.
So that brings Ali Umair back on strike. And we'll have to wait and see where the batting comes from here for the Washington Hawks. Sean Finley out in the middle. Ali Umair is the man on strike. We saw a couple of big strikes yesterday from Bilal Zulfikar. Whether or not he will get a chance or if the games come down to his hitting ability, we'll have to wait and see. But for now, they need 96 from 51. Long way to go.
Also, Lenny, tomorrow's a holiday here in the New York area, so looking forward to seeing a big support, big turnout for finals day, 2 semifinals and then the final, of course.
So ball played into the onside. We've seen very good bowling from Atish Gawand so far. And to start, we would have seen a very good spell from Jesse Singh and Vinit Sinha.
3 deliveries remain in this over. That 5 wides would have been a bonus, real bonus for them. Got 7 now from the over. Important dot delivery from Gawan. See what in terms of the captain has at his disposal to play with. He's got 2 overs from Singh, 2 from Sinha. This will be the second for Gawan, and then 1 from Dwayne Smith and 2 from Gaurav Rana. So he likes clearly to get 2 out of his bowlers before he begins to shuffle. This is well played by Finlay. And even in a slow field, he has just enough on it to get to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, Finlay will have to play a good hand here. An extremely good hand. We saw some big innings during the course of this tournament. We saw Danish Patel getting 93. We see Ranak Sharma getting runs. We see Ryan Scott getting 70 plus. And they'll need a big one here from Sean Finlay or Ali Umair and the others to come if they are going to make an impact. 72 for 4, 12 gone. So Dwayne Smith continues. 2 for 13 off 3. Very impressive bowling from Dwayne Smith. Ali Umair gets another quality delivery. Can't score. And he remains on 1 off 4 balls. Oh, big strike from Ali Umair, and that has gone a long way. 6 runs off the bat of Ali Umair. So 78 for 4. This is the 13th over, and that's a big strike off the bowling of Dwayne Smith. And so 85 needed from 46. And we know from time to time these batsmen, they do have a tap in their hands. The fact is sometimes it is their timing, when to go or when not to go, that makes a big difference. Into the offside, running up towards the boundary ahead of Kapil Khanna. 6 on the 4 off the bat of Ali Umair.
Smith went pace off and just too much width. You don't want to let Ali Umair get away. Those 2 strokes, a 6 and then a 4, will do his confidence very good. Bringing that rate down now. They've already got 10 in the over. Be sensible. Don't give it away. Oh, wow. Just spear it in for the Yorker by Dwayne Smith.
Might have been a bit of swing there, looking to play on the offside, and the ball quickly came on to the pads. Yeah, but Nikhil, you've got to love the effort here and the intent from Ali Umair. Now we're beginning to see a more positive approach to get 81 from 44 ball. This has been a very good over for them, and Ali Umair has really started some aggressive batting here.
Just completely deceived him. Seemed he got a bit of extra drift and movement on that last delivery, Smith. Good dot delivery from. And a good comeback after being struck for those 10 runs.
So 10 runs off this over. We haven't seen too many overs that would have gone for maybe 9, 10 or 11. Very few.
Wow, gets away with that. Thought it may have been a wide. Umpire Brian Kane though opting against. End of 13, 10 come from the over. Pretty balanced between both teams. 82 for 4. So 7 overs remain. Lenny, who's your money on? Ask Matthew. He chose the Hawks. That was in the power play.
I'm gonna go Mavericks.
Yeah, I think they're 1 wicket away, the Mavericks, from really cementing their dominant position on this game. And because of that, the captain Baredi is gone to Jasdeep Singh. I think it's the right move at this situation. You want to keep the pressure on. 2 batters have recently come to the crease. Don't want to allow any partnership to form. Already Ali Umair has shown his intent and what he's capable of doing if he gets away.
So actually Vinod Sinha has been called up at the last moment, so he gets the ball And we are making the point of some unheard names during the course of this tournament. This is one individual, Vineet Sinha. He's been quite impressive. And along with Jesse Singh would have bowled a very, very good opening spell. 2 of his no min, 1 for 7. So he comes back for his second bowling spell. Would have picked up the wicket of Dominic Ricky from a ball that really kept, a ball that reared its head and took the bat handle off Dominic Ricky. And so it's 82 for 4, 81 needed from 42 balls.
Yeah, almost had 2 runs a ball required. Just taking a while to get these overs in. The Mavericks don't know what's the big hold up in play. Long time between overs, at least 5 minutes. Need to be much better in T20 cricket. You have very tight deadlines to meet.
So the Titans and Carolina Eagles will be the next matchup, and that game will start at the end of this one. 80 runs to win from 41 balls, and Ali Umair has shown us a glimpse of how he can strike the ball. So wonder if he'll continue here. Vineet Sinha has been quite economical, but you get the feeling that the game has to play a little bit different now. 80 to win from 41 balls.
Bowled him. Just that easy from Vineet Sinha. Brought back into the attack for this reason. Seemed like it took eons to get to the stumps of Ali Umair. Played so early.
And that what has been the key here for Vineet Sinha. No wonder he bowls well. A lot of variation. And this one a very slow delivery. In the swing was Ali Umair. And in the end the 5th wicket goes down 83 for 5.
इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Haider Ali comes to the middle. And we'll confirm that, but according to the numbers that was given, he's number 18, and 18 corresponds to Haider Ali.
Yeah, Vineet Sinha, look at that wicket again. Just went pace off, played so early. Ali Umair looking to hit everything out the park.
So Sean Finley is still there. Haider Ali comes to the middle. And they need 8.
New batter at the crease.
So ball.
Mark straight away is Haider. I can tell you, Haider Ali from Pakistan, if this Haider Ali can bat anything like him, he'll get home quite easily from here. So I'm in the CPL this year, Haider Ali, with last year for the Jamaica Tallows. Very good young talent from Pakistan. And to be honest, Lenny, when I first saw the teams and I saw Haider Ali, my mind did wonder if that Haider Ali from Pakistan would have come down to play in this tournament. Wouldn't surprise me too much given the superstars we've seen on display.
You're right on that, Nikhil. A couple of weeks ago at the Unity Cup, several big names from New Zealand cricket showed up to that event. Neil Broom, one of them. Several New Zealand players, and Matthew knows them a whole lot more than me. And by the way, New Zealand is Matthew's favorite team. 85 for 5, 78 to win from 38 balls.
I've got an all-format team to support New Zealand. Getting to the World T20 finals, the World Test Championship winners. So Matthew knows is picking right. His father's a West Indian though.
Not at all.
Wow.
we've made choices for 2 down under team. So while he takes New Zealand, I'm the neighboring country. So here we go.
That looks good. Looks good, but may just be sliding down. Australia lost today, Lenny. I don't know if you've seen that. Down 2 games against Sri Lanka. Haven't found their tour to the Asian country very easy.
So 14 overs gone, 85 for 5, 78 to win from 36. And that's the latest score here at the Purchase University ground.
Six overs remain. They have to go at 13s. Sean Finlay, the captain. You think, Lenny, he has to play a blinder from here on in for them to get close to this total. Such an important game for the Hawks. They're on 3 points. They could still sneak in. For the Mavericks, it's a must-win. They're on 2. Both teams playing their final group stage match.
So Jesse Singh comes back into the attack. A ball worked into the offside. Finley picks up 1. Jesse Singh coming into this over 1 for 8 and 2. So he's been exceptional today. Batted extremely well. And Jesse Singh having a very good day in this match. He's a tough competitor. And he will be a tough man here towards 77 to win from 35.
But he was part of that USA setup in the Houston Challenge, which saw the USA compete in a series against a couple of MLC teams. Did well in that series in both the 50 over ante-20 format. But wasn't selected for this Super League tour for the USA. What does he need to do, Lenny, to get back in that USA reckoning?
Well, they've got Ali Khan. They've got
Rusty Theron,
Rusty
Saurabh
Theron.
Nachavalkar. A lot of seamers in the system. Cameron Stevenson. I think that's probably why maybe Singh may have been left out.
And the availability of Ali Khan has really made it tough for Jesse Singh, but he's a man that would fight back to get back into that US team. I know Jesse Singh, everybody knows him. He works hard on his game. He's an always improving kind of individual.
I think he'll be targeting this minor league, which begins next weekend, playing for the Stallions again. But I want to see him have more of an all-round impact, much like he's doing for this Mavericks team. He's showing that he can bat in that top order or the middle order. If he comes in at 5, he gives himself ample opportunity to finish off innings, sometimes to play an important knock, like he did today, of 59 from just 41 deliveries. Good change of pace, getting the ball to just cut away from the left-handed Finlay, who struggled so far. 9 from 10. Got up the ante now, 14 runs per over required.
The fact is, just coming back to Jesse Singh and the role he will play with the Stallions, and I think that's going to be the issue. Jesse Singh will go to a well-stacked-up Stallions team, strong batting lineup, and I don't see him factoring in at least after 7. Not that he can't bat, but that's a strong batting lineup sported by the Stallions come next week. So it'll be interesting to see where they use him in the Stallions lineup, but he's going into a very, very strong batting lineup there.
It's just 1 delivery remain in this over. Gonna need a lot of firepower come the last 5.
So 3 runs in this over. It's been a very good one here for Jesse Singh. Haider Ali turns this one away into the onside.
Direct hit, but Finlay well in.
So 15 gone. It's 89 for 5. 74 to win from 30 balls. The next game, we'll see the Titans. And they'll be coming up against the Carolina Eagles. And that match, of course, happens And Atish Gawan continues here, Matt. He comes into the attack, ball played into the onside. So it's going to be tough here. 15.10 is the asking rate here for Sean Finley and his men. Sean Finley out in the middle with Haider Ali. I've got Matthew in the box. Matthew has been following cricket all around the world and certainly the country. And I'm going to ask you a question that I felt helpless that Nikhil asked not too long ago on the case of Jesse Singh as a batter in minor league. How soon do you see Jesse Singh factoring into the New Jersey Stallions batting lineup in terms where he could possibly go as a batsman?
It's a stacked lineup, I do agree. You've got the likes of Dominic Ricky and Sai Mukamala will definitely be up there in the order.
No ball, no, not from the umpire. We hear no balls from someone in the crowd, but certainly not from the umpire, so that's only one run. Yeah, go ahead.
You've got a stacked top order, which I don't really think is relevant to Jesse Singh. But you've got the likes of Dominic Ricky, Sai Mukamala. You've got Sadiq Henry and Paul Palmer, two players who would have played first-class cricket from Jamaica. So that's some quality there. And then you've got the likes of Akshay Homraj, Hiren Patel, Raymond Ramratan and Rovman Powell. So that is a stacked batting lineup. And then you've even got Deron Davis, who's a quite handy batsman as well. So Jesse Singh, again, not that he's a bad batsman, will just have it very hard. He'll have to contend with a strong middle order.
So given out, and that's the end of Haider Ali. So another wicket goes down. And Atish Gawand, who has been probing all day, he gets a reward.
Yeah, gets the wicket of Haider Ali. He's gone for 4. And it's 91 for 6 now, the Washington Hawks.
So 91 for 6. Sean Finley still out in the middle. And Atish Gawand has picked up 1 for 21 so far. So Stephen Wigg comes to the middle. And just coming back to Jesse Singh and a big partnership between Jesse Singh and Kapil Khanna. But yes, you're right on that. Jesse has really come into a top all-rounder position. He bats and bowls. And he can really win games for teams from time to time. So Sean Finley out in the middle. And he'll be joined by Stephen Wigg.
Wigg is a capable batsman himself. Can give the ball a good whack when needed, and he'll definitely need that here. 72 from 25 deliveries. Him and Sean Finley have a lot of work to do.
So Stephen Wigg comes in here with the asking rate 17 runs and over. Do you win a game from that? And with a very strong bowling attack. So he's bowled first ball. Stephen Wigg bowled behind his legs. And so another wicket goes on. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, around his legs. 91 for 7.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So we're back here. Sean Finley batting on 95 for 7. Salil Yadav has come out to the middle. Single here to Sean Finley. Takes the score up to 96 for 7, Matt. And so they need 67 from what, 22 balls? So 162 posted by MMV. And in reply, the Washington Hawks, they're batting at 96 for 7 here. Looks like a game that will go the MMV's way. Salil Yadav gets off the mark with 1 and brings the captain and former West Indies player Sean Finley back on strike. So the two group leaders, 1 and 2, will cross over to play 2-on-1. 1 and 2 will play 2-on-1, the crossover. Yeah, typical crossover as we've seen in so many group games. Did see the IPL doing something a little bit different. And it has nothing to do where you are in terms of group. It has to do with how many points. And that is something I'm pretty sure will come up in local cricket. This one backpedaling is the fielder. And in the end, a run here off the bat of Salil Yadav. 98 for 7. So that's an established shot of the university ground. There's a tall, big building. Is the Performing Arts Center of Porteous University. So the score slowly crawls, Matt, to 100. It's 99 for 7 at the moment.
Vinit Sinha has bowled very well. 3.5 overs, 2 for 18. Finlay whacks this one away just for 1. 9 off the over. It's 100 for 7 at the end of 17.
So wide is the signal. And so that's 101 for 7. So 62 needed from 18 balls. As Atish Gawan will run into ball to Sean Finley. Sean Finley has been relatively quiet. And they'll come back. In fact, they'll settle for 1, so only a single here. Atish Gawan, Matt, has made a very good introduction into the USPL.
Yeah, 3.1 overs, 2 for 23. He's had a good day.
Essentially, everybody has bowled well. We haven't seen much of Ramratan. And so 6 to 1 needed from 11 balls. This is going to be almost Impossible here. Salil Yadav gets a single out towards the offside. And Matt, you get a sense that this Washington Hawks team does not have or possess the big hitters as we saw with the other team. We saw Hiren Patel coming out explosive yesterday. We know Sashil Magan, we know Kapil Kana. Is that the element they're missing? Fielder comes in. Has he taken the catch? If he has, that's a brilliant effort from number 7.
Aditya Padala, the substitute. A brilliant catch, running forward, had to run a long way and then diving forward. And it's a beauty from, I believe he is a substitute, Aditya Padala. And it's the end of Sean Finley. Atish Gawan strikes, and what a catch.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few. In fact, we've seen rarely some of the brilliant catch, but this one, Padala, comes up, and that's a very important catch. The captain goes, it's 103 for 8. Oh, the tallest part of the building. If you can clear this building, the tallest part,
Wow.
you're in for a monetary prize donated by Danny Khan.
Keon Joseph to face his first ball. Gawand has only gone for 4 in this over. And Joseph will knock this one for a single.
So 60 to win from 15 balls. It's going to be a tough one here. We saw Maryland Mavericks playing a very good game at 162 posted. And from what we have seen, 162. What we saw in a couple of big chases that you may want to think 162 was not one of the better scores of the tournament. And when we come back, we'll talk about that. So 105 for 8. 18 overs gone.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So Kunal Baride, the captain, comes into the attack. I'm just coming back to the point that I was making. We saw 180 holding up, but we have seen 196 fall, and we saw 212 almost overhauled in this tournament. So where does 163 put you?
Ironically, it puts the other team needing 57 in 2 overs. 8 down.
So Jasdeep Singh, sorry, he has been given the ball. I thought Kunal Baride was going to bowl, but he's the captain, and when he holds the ball at the bowler's mark, you get misled, right? So Jasdeep Singh starts pretty well. And can we just go back to the scorecard of the Maryland Mavericks, Matt, and just give us a summary of how 162 was built? I know Jesse Singh and Kapil Kana
Did it all for the Maryland Mavericks.
So single off the bat of Salil Yadav. And now turns the strike over to Keon Joseph, wearing a the kind of color and certainly type of helmet that he may have gotten during his years playing for the Guyana First Class and List A team. Those dark green helmet. Oh, he's balled him. So Jesse Singh cleans up Keon Joseph. And another wicket goes down. It's 107 for 9. Last man comes out, Tirth Patel. It's 107 for 9. Jesse Singh has picked up 2. And a big display here from the Maryland Mavericks, Matt. They've really come out with a big win. They batted well. They've done well to defend 162. Certainly led by this man, Jesse Singh. 2 for 14. So Jesse Singh off a very long run. We saw some long runs from Keon Joseph, Jesse Singh, Ijaz Safi, another bowler who runs from very far. Oh, he's looking for more. He gets more. Tirth Patel cleaned up first ball. Ball hitting the top of off. And this one is done and dusted. Take a look at that. Good ball from Jesse Singh. Top of off stump. And that's the end of Washington Hawks, 107 all out. So that concludes this match. Stay tuned. We've got another match coming up. And that is Titans. They'll take on Carolina Eagles.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of the CBTF USPL in association with MTR. Joined with me is Sandeep Singh, the founder of USPL. Sandeep, I mean, it's day 4. We have one match to go, in the league stage. But, I mean, the amount of talent we've seen, the amount of matches, I mean, it's just been so amazing. Talk about it.
Well, you couldn't ask for more, right? The players have done such an amazing job. Thankfully, the weather today is unbelievable. It's amazing weather as well. We have a few more games to go. I'm looking forward that all other games will be very competitive as well. One more game, and after that we have semis and finals. So, collective effort from the players, from the management, and we're happy for what, has come out of it. So, looking forward to tomorrow as well.
Well, the Maryland Mavericks have beat the team by 55 runs, and we had the man of the match, Jesse Singh, for his half century, 59 runs and 3 wickets. Jesse, I mean, doing it with the bat and then coming out there, taking the 3 wickets as well, and leading your team to the top of the table. How does it feel?
I mean, it's obviously feels great to be entering the playoff. When you get into the tournament, starting the tournament, that's your ultimate goal. Your ultimate goal is to win the tournament, but your first goal is to qualify. I thought, the first game was obviously, I think, one of the best game of the tournament. We tied the game and then, walked into super over. I was a bit gutted, not to finish the super over game. 1 ball, 6 runs needed, and I think I could have finished it with much better, towards their side. But that's how I go sometime. It's all about, soaking it in and bouncing back the next day, how you want to come back and do the things that are in your control. And from there on, it was my, that was the part, basically, that was the plan where, I want to come up, and win the game and lead the team to the playoffs, because this is pretty tricky to, venue here, because small venue, and things could go either way. So I'm glad I was able to put in the show with the bat and ball today. And I think the whole it's just not me. If you look at the whole bowling unit, if you can beat a good team like that with 55 runs, that means everybody with the ball have done their part very well. So yeah, congrats to our team, and we're looking forward to the next game.
Well, I loved how you spoke about that bowling. I mean, Dwayne Smith coming in, getting those wickets, Vineet Sinha, a complete all-around performance, and just what you need, tomorrow for the playoffs. So all the best.
Thank you so much.
And now the winning captain, Berde, Kunal. What a match. I mean, when we talk about the journey the team's had, that super over, and then coming in 2 wins, topping that table, how does it feel?
It feels great. We still have couple of games to go, I would say. But yeah, after the first game, I had said, I said in the beginning itself, the first game we got the momentum. Unfortunately, the result didn't go our way. But the momentum, everybody was pretty excited to play the next few games, and the team did well. I'm very happy. The two games that we played, we did a very good job. I still feel we have some areas to improve, but again, I'm very happy, and we're looking forward to the next game.
I mean, especially with today, I think, everyone kind of came out, gave their performance, especially with the ball, leading into tomorrow's playoffs. I think what's going to be the team talks. Obviously, you've been talking through the team, with each game, and they've just been improving day by day.
Yeah, we're just taking one day at a time. The pitch has been behaving a little bit differently starting from Thursday. It is two-paced. Today, it was suitable for the pace bowlers. And the spinners, that's why we did not use too many spinners, but fortunately our bowlers did use the pitch really well. The team talk is just going to go out there and enjoy the game. I think that's the most important thing. I think we have had a lot of excitement in the past 3-4 days, so hopefully just go out there and enjoy.
Well, all the best, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much.
Well, the Maryland Mavericks have topped that Group A, and Group B, we're going to have the next match happen. The Carolina Eagles will be playing the NJ Titans for that fighting spot. Florida Sharks have already made their spot for the playoffs, but this next game will decide who that second team will be. So sit back, relax, stay tuned, because the next match is about to start.